Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? I know Nikki was in here early, and ET, Tommy J, Ron John. I think it's I was reading he had to split, but he was going to come back. Jake, Daniel, how you doing? Black Sheep, Chris. Who else is here? I think that's it. I think that's it. 12 people. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Let's see. I don't want to go. I put out the video for the ganja, as my wife called it, so you can check out that video. But the only thing that I really wanted to say was I really didn't find out the exact pertinent information. Go to the bank with answer yes, no, or indifferent. You have to check with the. I'm just going to say check just so you know yourself. But my understanding is you can grow whatever legally. It's supposed to be that either that 0.2% or whatever it is, and that that's it. But everybody there and everybody I talked to said, and it kind of made sense. They're not going to police it. I don't think. I wouldn't take the chance. I'm not going to take the chance. But how are they going to know? You can grow what you want to at home. It says some of the stuff that I've read said that you're supposed to register with the app. It's only for Thai people, not for foreigners, as far as I know. And I don't know, but they're saying 6 plants. So I don't know. And then other stuff that I've read says you can grow as much as you want to in your own home. So I don't know. I did get one question asked about doing it like commercially or whatever for the government, and I think you've been able to do that for a while for medical. And I guess maybe I should check into that if it's legal and my wife wants to do that, and maybe I will. If I do, I'll let everybody know. But my understanding, of course, check with the right agencies, government agencies. You can get a permit from the government to grow, and then you take it, I believe, to the government hospitals, and then then it goes from there. And I'm imagining, obviously, you get paid, and I'm sure that they test it also. So anyway, I don't want to go to the weed channel unless somebody's got questions about it. Then by all means. Hey John, how you doing? Yeah, lucky 13. Um, let's see. So I didn't miss anything, I don't think. Hey Peter, how you doing? Happy Monday to everyone. Queen's birthday holiday. Oh, in Australia. Cool. God bless the Queen. Is that England? I don't know. I don't know enough about Australian government or UK. Kind of UK, but not much. Hey Raymond, how you doing? And Bobby's here. Hey Bobby. The one thing I wanted to talk about, and maybe somebody has some kind of guesses on what they think or what I think is going to happen is as far as mandates and stuff on times that bars can close and all that kind of stuff. And here's my thought on what it's going to be. July 1st is going to be it. I think it's all going to be gone. I don't think there's going to be anything. I think it's going to be 2 a.m. They might for a while 2 a.m. on the bars, and I think the masks are going to go away. And thank God. Because of me, like I said, it really doesn't matter too much, except that I freak out now because of having that tube down my throat. Anything that restricts my breathing freaks me out. So anyway, I don't know maybe what people think, but I think July 1st is going to be it, and I know that I heard some stuff on. God, I think right now or tomorrow or a week from now or whatever, something like that. The U.S. You don't need nothing. No tests. No virus. Test for the virus. No nothing. Just book and go, I guess. And I think that's the way it's going to be after July. I really don't think that Thailand has a big gigantic choice on what they're going to do. I think it's going to get. And again, you guys know, pandemic, endemic, whatever it is, the lesser one, I think is going to be on July 1st also. So I think it's pretty mostly going to end. And then a lot of people were saying, oh, it's never going to be the same here in Thailand for, it's going to take 5 years or 3 years or 2 years. And I just don't see it, because I don't know, the norm to me is right now. I like it a lot better the way it is right now. But I understand, with the stuff. But like I watched a video of James going down the street, and he was saying some of the areas that he was walking in, and I think of Pattaya, Jantiam, whatever it was there. I don't know all the Sois and all that stuff, but he was saying that the place that he was walking right then, just as early as a month ago or 2 weeks ago, there was only one place open, and now there's 8 or 10. So I think by the first of the year, it'll pretty much be, it won't be completely 100%, but it'll be back. A lot of people will be coming to Thailand. Hey, Jace got a. Was it today? No test. Okay, I thought it was like right now. Japan also. I think everybody's going to. I really think that the July 1st is going to be a big day, especially here in Thailand, and I just don't see. I mean, does it really make a difference against guarding against that virus by closing the bars at midnight versus 2 a.m.? Come on. I mean, it's not brain surgery. I mean, they're not getting it. The numbers aren't there. People aren't dropping dead. I'm not seeing. They're finally saying. They're not telling you. Like I said, I only want to know how many people are dying, how old they are, and what they actually died of. Well, she had 4-stage cancer, but she died of COVID. It's like, no, I think that's done with. I think it's over. Now, if some other disease comes up, then maybe something else will, but I just can't see it. I think we're done. I'm hoping. Did you get the UK? What did were you talking to somebody else? Bobby's probably talking. I probably missed something. Let's see. Fully open. Yeah, I think so too, ET. I just can't see any. And then once they've got that, I think it's going to blow wide open with people that want to come here, because I know there's a bunch of people that just don't want to be bothered. They don't want, to have to do a test. They don't want to, they don't want to do anything out of the norm except get on a plane and come to Thailand, which I think is kind of ridiculous, but that's their prerogative, do what you want to do. But I don't see it. I would have, like I've been saying all along, come to Thailand. Come on, come on. And it's of no benefit to me for people to come here, except that I want them to enjoy what I'm enjoying, especially my age group, is who I'm basically talking to when I'm saying that kind of stuff. The people that are getting ready to retire, there was no reason to wait, even with the Thailand Pass and and that's going too. So everything ought to be gone. I'm thinking by the first. I'm hoping they need to get people coming in here, because there are a lot of people that are saying, I don't want to do anything out of the norm except get on a plane and get off and say welcome to Thailand, and that's what they want to do. And I'm even imagining, and I think it's open now. I mean, I think you can just on arrival, right? Can you get on arrival? Can you just fly in and get a certain amount of time? Because I never did that. I've always gotten my visa, even my tourist visas, the 60 days plus the 30 or whatever they call it. Tourist visa was the first ones I got, and now I have retirement. But I think they have on arrival stuff. I think it's open back up again. I don't know. You have to check. My disclaimer. Always check anything I say with the government. Hopefully, what's Jay saying? Hopefully, the typical low season. People are waiting, yeah, to get over here, yeah, and then I think after that, when we pop into, I don't know, when does the high season actually start? November? I don't even know. I'm horrible. I've been here 4 years now. You'd think I'd know. It never really affected me. I didn't really care, so I don't, like I said, my brain works in a weird way. If somebody's telling me something that I don't care about, it's right in one ear and out the other. If you're talking about motorcycles or, something that I'm interested in, I'll take it all in and I'll remember for 100 years. I'll go, oh yeah, I was talking to you on that Tuesday about this, that, and the next thing. But, with the, with stuff I don't, it just goes in and out. So that never, never fade. I didn't care. I live in Thailand. I don't care whether it's, season, low season, high season, rainy season, dry season, it doesn't make it season. I don't care. any season's good for me in Thailand. But hopefully, visa exempt with Thailand pass when I come over in May. And I don't even think when you came over in May. Yeah, and I think so. I think as of July, I'm hoping that you'll just be able to come on arrival, come in, do your 2 week party and whatever people want to do that want to do that, and the people that want to come over here and retire. And like I said, it's of no benefit to me. In fact, if I was really completely selfish, like I'm pretty much a selfish person, I would just say, no, no, it's horrible here. Oh God, it's just terrible. There's people, it's no, you don't want to come. Because I want to walk on a beach and be the only one on the beach. That's just me. Let's see what. Yeah, and I think they're going to drop it July 1st. I really do, Jake. I think they're going to drop it. What is ZT's in there looking into dropping the tie? Yeah, the first and insurance too. Yeah, I think it's going to be everything. And somebody tell me, it's a pandemic, endemic. Which one's the good one? If there's such a thing, it's going to go to the lesser one. And I think the masks are going to go away. And like I said, you could just pretty much go anywhere you want. I'm guessing that you're going to need to be vaccinated. And the anti-vaxxers and stuff like that, I don't know what they're going to do. And I understand their point, Just to me, if it's going to limit me in any way, I'll take the chance of growing the third ear out of my forehead and just have it cut off. I'm not, I want to travel. I want to go wherever I want. I don't want to be, oh my God, is this person going to ask me for it? Am I going to be able to find a hotel that'll take me? Am I going to be able to get on a plane? I just don't want to bother. So if somebody knows about that, I'd be curious about what the restrictions are going to be. I think it's always going to be. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me, though. I mean, I'm the first one to admit, if you can transmit the disease, whether you've been vaccinated or not vaccinated, what the hell difference does it make whether you're vaccinated coming into another country? You can still carry it. You can still transmit it. So what the hell difference does it make? So I don't know. But obviously it makes a difference to the countries. Now, if it was the case that if you got vaccinated and you couldn't transmit it, then I would just say, well, whether you like it or not, anti-vaxxers, it's just a part of life. If you want to travel, then do it. That isn't the case. So I don't know what's going to happen. Hey, Jim, there's another retiree enjoying the life. Going to be here July 4th, right? Independence Day. Everybody's saying hi to Jim. So I don't know. Like I said, they have a point. If there was would I have taken it if I had my choice and it didn't make a difference? I wouldn't have taken it. That's just me too. So to each their own. But like I said, if the law is that you need to be, or whatever, to travel, you need to be vaccinated, then you need to be vaccinated. How are you going to fight that? There's, 200 million people out there that are vaccinated. And hey Chris, how you doing? Chris is agreeing with me. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty, I don't know, like I said, I still never understood when they tried to make it, you couldn't come into a restaurant in Bangkok unless you showed that you were vaccinated. Why? You could still be carrying it. You could still be transmitted. You could still do everything, whether you've been vaccinated or not. So some of the stuff made no sense. And if somebody could explain it to me, I'd be more than happy to listen. Yeah, you got to be getting excited. It's getting close now, Jim. Hey, Nikki's awake. How you doing, Nikki? If you guys aren't subscribed, subscribe and watch Nikki's channel. She's up above, I think she's almost at 1,200 subs, and she needs hours. So if you're floating by and you want to watch Buddy run around in some awesome countryside or park or whatever it is, it's beautiful. By all means, check out Nikki's channel. Did I miss anything? If I missed anything, guys, there's nothing. Well, there's 23 people here. Thanks for coming. You guys are awesome. And I didn't see Tom was here. Tom came in too, right? Did I say hi to you, Tom? I don't know. I think they were all going. I think Mitch and I think I heard Brock had sent me something. I think he had stuff to do this morning, and I think that Mitch and Tom and I believe Robert Mack are going to go to the Wombat for breakfast. And if you guys ever get a chance and you're here and you're in that area, by all means go back there. Great, nice people. They just, according to what I understand, in 2 weeks they got the place next door, so it's going to be twice as big, right across from the beach. And I want to say I'm horrible on her name. Oi is her name, and I believe his name's Steve. If I got that wrong and somebody knows, hammer me and tell me I'm wrong. But I think it's Oi and Steve, and I met them both when I was there, and nice people, real nice people. And the food's awesome. Food's really good. Yeah, I think I saw something about that too. Thank you, dear. I think I saw something about that too, Tommy. I think he said let me put sorry. My wife gave me some ice because she's taking out to work. He tried to do it online and he couldn't do it. He was going to go there and talk about it, and good luck with that, Mitch. You're going to get down there and they're going to look at you like, well, it works. They're not going to care. I think Chuck went through the same thing. What did I miss here? Sent you. Okay. All right, so everybody's saying. So I think I'm caught up. But yeah, so I think everything's going to be pretty much back to normal, and I think by the first of the year, I think all the tourist numbers they're not going to be what they were 3 years ago, but I think they're going to be acceptable. People will be happy about them. I'm done with my coffee. Let's see. Did Robert come in? I don't know. Robert, I think, had to do some. I think he was going to the Wombat. And I think Thomas too. And if somebody else was saying they had to do something about their 90-day too. It's so easy now to do it with the new government center. It's by the time I pull up there, which takes me 5 minutes to get there, it's less than 10 minutes for me to go in there, go up the elevator, go inside, talk to them, get it, have them print it out, have them staple it in and out, and I'm back home in 20 minutes. Makes it pretty nice. I think they're going to eventually let go of that too. Before the virus, there was a big thing. All the expats and everything were going crazy. It's insane. I'm retired and I have to spend 2 hours someplace. I don't understand whining sometimes. It's like you're retired, for Christ's sake. Go down there and spend it. And then they brought the computer thing in. But there was rumors of the government saying, you know what, it isn't really needed. We know exactly where everybody is anyway. And if they travel, they have to check in and show their passport. And it's a requirement of the hotel to send us that Dave is, in Phuket. So they know anyway where the hell you are. So they were I think this close to dumping it before, and then the virus came and everything. There was more important things to deal with. But I think that it'll start ramping up again. People will get, why do every 90 days do I have to do this? I don't know. Like I said, I'm just happy to be in Thailand. I don't think whining's going to get you anywhere. Hey, Gary, how you doing? So Tom is there. There he is. Got a little Steve. And am I saying that right? Oi? Is it? I think so. Anyway, great, really nice people. They did a live stream last night that I actually caught. They do live streams and stuff, and they have I know when we were there and did our meetup, they had 150 baht all you could eat buffet with bolognese, some other kind of a white pasta with ham, I think, and chicken wings, and it was really good. And then I think they have they do a 99 baht pasta thing every once in a while. Anyway, I like to promote them. They seem like nice people. Not that I have, 100,000 subscribers or anything, but most of the people, at least some of the people that watch me, go there. Tom's there, I think. I think Tom lives there now. I'm not completely sure, but just kidding. Tim, Mitch, and me all have 90. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was Tim that had put it. And you, okay. Uh, Dave forgot about. What did I forget about? The cannabis stuff. Let's start collecting so we don't drink. Yeah, sniff it out. They, like I said, it was. I just wanted everybody to know that pretty much, you're taking a chance if you grow in your house stuff above that point two or whatever it is percent. But are they going to come in, break your door down, see how many you have, and test it right there on the spot and take you to jail? No, they're giving weed back. They're giving out plants. They can't police it. They don't have enough people, I don't think. Personal opinion again, but I wouldn't take the chance. But if my wife wants to grow the 0.2%, I'll set up a system for her and she can grow it. I mean, if they've got it, they were selling that. Now, I bet you they didn't sell one, but they had those ones that looked to me like they were in 6 weeks of an 8-week flower, and they wanted 8,000 baht. That was just, I don't know, way too much money to what it has absolutely no use. I guess in your mind, if you can make enough stuff to make, 20,000 baht worth of cream, then I guess it's okay, but I'm not into making anything. Yeah, there's Tim there. I didn't no neighbors. Are you in? You're going for your 90-day too. 20 seconds and record and speedy. What was that? I'm sorry, I missed that. 90-day pre. Yeah, and supposedly they're getting this online thing nailed down. So I know, do you trust it or what do you do? I don't know. I think Chuck's done it now. His last one was. So I think that I don't know. I don't need to. I mean, for me to sit on the computer, I could probably drive to the new center and get it and be back before I could do it and have it finished on the computer. That's how quick it is. Unseen Thailand and Chiang Mai, how are you? I think the .02 content only refers to oil and extra. That's what my wife said. Now again, this is all hearsay stuff for me, and not that Unseen Thailand doesn't know. Check, of course, but my wife said in the video, if you watch when we're walking around, she's saying it doesn't matter what you make at home. It's what's in the oil and the cream, just like Unseen said, is at that .02 percentage. So whatever you make has to be, I guess. And again, like I said, if you try to take it, walk it out of your house and sell it, you're going to jail. It's just the way it goes. Black Sheep's got a question. When you're doing the vlog on the ride to the... Yeah, when am I? I still... could be any day. But I want to do it. I've got everything set up for it. I'd like to do it. Let's see. You cannot regulate the... Yeah, that's true. I mean, like even the guys that I was asking in my video, they were saying, well, this one's like 0.8, and this one's like 0.6, and this one's 10%, and this one's 14%, and they were selling plants that they were admitting right there that were above 14% THC. So I don't know. I don't know how they're going to regulate it. My thing is probably maybe within the next 6 months, maybe by the first of the year, they're just going to say screw it and decriminalize the whole thing and let people go, which is what they should do. Then it would be, we talked about that before, man, I'd be the first one that would want to open up some kind of a cannabis shop right by all the major airports in Thailand, and because that's what people are going to come. They come for the bars, and it's not like it's a secret or something, except for the people that come with their family. But the majority, I think, I shouldn't even say majority, maybe 50-50. And those guys are probably going to party, and the guys in their 30s and 40s, they'll grab some weed on the way to party, for that night and for the next 2 weeks that they're there. So I think it would be a lucrative business to get into. And I've talked to my wife about that too. like I said, the people have asked me, do I need anything? No. Do I need any money? No. Do I want to set up something so that my Thai family maybe doesn't have to grow rice in Thailand at making 0 baht and busting their ass and do something else that they can, their quality life can go from here to all the way up? Yeah, I'm game for that, And you can call me a moron or why are you doing that? And she's going to take your money and this one's going to do that and that. You can say whatever you want. I'm going to do what I want to do. But anyway, so let's see. I'll stick to drinking Coke Light, be happy. Yeah, exactly. And I don't use it. Like I said, do I enjoy growing it? Hell yeah. Been doing it pretty much most of my life. But I do enjoy it. Have I indulged in any of it? Have I gotten high off of it? I'm near not since high school. So it's been a long time since I've done any drugs. Late 70s, early 80s, I want to say. Stopped cold turkey and haven't been. It's probably what? It's probably the best news I've heard. And yeah, and I think it would be good for Thailand. I mean, I'm sure that there's people on the other end of the scale that are going to say, "Oh no, it's going to ruin the country and it's going to do this, and it's going to do that." I don't know. I mean, supposedly prostitution is illegal, but what are they doing on, what are they doing every bar, or in Pattaya in that area and in the touristy areas. Like I said before, my wife says you can't find bar girls in Surin. So I don't know what the whole deal is. I'm not looking for them, so I'll probably never know. But I think it would be good for the country. And I always thought it would be good for it should be a no-brainer. Here we are talking about weed again. It should be a no-brainer for the medical side of it. I can understand the social side of it and, and that kind of stuff. Do we need any more drugs? Do we need any more, stuff to compete with alcohol and stuff like that? Me, get rid of the alcohol and, well, no, I like margaritas every once in a while. But the weed, like I told you, my friend died from, alcohol. A lot of my friends did. And it just won't happen with weed. Again, I don't condone smoking it. I think it's the worst way in the world to ingest it, but it's what my whole generation was brought up on, rolling joints and, and that kind of stuff, and bongs and pipes and whatever. But now I think eating it is, ingesting it's the best way, I think. But anyway, I think it'd be good. Let's see. Let's stick to what? Food production with the world population. Food production is lowering. Yeah, but you know what? Even if people were out there and wanted to grow more food and stuff like that, and it's just the way that people are, human beings. And I've got a big giant farm that I could grow, enough corn to feed California. If I made more money growing weed, there'd be weed on it. Maybe not necessarily me, because I really don't care. But for most people, entrepreneurs of some sort, they're chasing the dollar. They want to make the money. Only time will tell the effects that will be as a guest. I'll sit back and watch. Yeah, exactly. And like I said, even if if they could grow the hemp and grow it hydroponically, and I could teach them how to get more production out of their plant, and then they can sell it, and they make twice, 3 times, 4 times the amount they would make growing rice. Then maybe I could help people out like that. My family anyway. I mean, I'd help out anybody, but my family is what I'm looking at now. There's Robert Mack. How you doing, Robert? But anyway, but as far as the other stuff, I think with everything, I think, and like I said, my opinion, everything going away July 1st, I think is a real possibility. Would be nice, because like I said, I know a lot of people, they just don't want to be bothered. They want to get on a plane and go. I'm going to roll back here and see if I missed anything. I don't. And Robert's saying good morning. Morning, Robert. And yeah, and like you said, like you were saying, I've it's just yeah, you can only watch. I mean, it's not like we can vote for anything or put people into office that we want. We're it's the Thai people that are in control of their destiny. But like I said, when I see most of my wife's family that's in Ubon, where we have the 3 rye or 2 rye or whatever her mom gave her or gave us. It's her land, but they all grow rice, sticky rice, and they make enough to get by. The uncle does build. He does some building. He'll probably do the building of the simpler house that I want to build there. I'm trying to go green there. He'll probably do the build on that so that I'm giving the money to the family, or we are. So, that I just want it's hard. I mean, people are out there just busting their rear ends just to make ends meet, and they don't whine, bitch, or moan about it. It's just what I got to do. Okay, let's go do it. Munwa, how are you? Liked your video, by the way. If you guys aren't subscribed, just Munwa just put out a good video. He's got a good channel. John, Thailand. Let's see. Thailand would be perfect to grow weed. You could erect miles of greenhouses along. Yeah, the stuff that I seen, John. That I think it was Bruce. He showed some stuff from Hawaiian. They had metal, not metal, concrete rings. And I'm talking like yay big, and they had like a plant in the middle of it. And I'm imagining maybe they had different soil in that particular deal, and a whole, rye after rye like that. So my concern, and they do have mold resistant strains, to take maybe the high humidity, and maybe they do. I haven't checked into it enough. Me, I would think the best way to do it would either have 2 greenhouses, one that you could completely black out, and do the you wouldn't even really have to black it out, because basically all you're going to need to do is you need to add 6 hours for veg. But I don't think the people that are growing here, I think they're just throwing it out, and when it buds when it goes through its cycle. For me, the only way I know how to do it is, to go from 16 hours of light to 12 and 12, and that tells the plant to start flowering. But I don't know how they do the other stuff, and I've never done guerrilla outdoor in dirty, nasty stuff. It just ain't me. Give me rock wool or something that nice and clean. I like that better. But I don't really know how they do it. I don't have a clue. I know in my mind what I would do. That's the only thing I know. Let's see what's saying. Thanks, Dave. I'm expecting challenges on my channel within reason. Good, good. Um, hey, Mark, how you doing? I know you're working. Yeah, what is it? I don't even know there. It's still morning, right, or afternoon in Australia. But anyway, we keep on coming back to the weed channel. But the main thing that I wanted to talk about today was the what everybody thought about everything going away on July 1st, which would be awesome for Jam. They're going to come in, and hopefully everything will be gone. Won't have to do anything, which would be awesome. Uh, hey, David, how you doing? Glad you could make it. And John saying, I can see it happening in Thailand. Light it up. Yeah, I think they're headed that way. I think it's going to be an Amsterdam of sorts. Again, I don't think they're going to legalize the girls. I don't think that's going to happen. But I do think they're going to decriminalize the weed, the ganja. And my wife said, we call it ganja. I said, well, it's called ganja in California too. But it's interesting. Oh, that's right. The Queen's birthday. Very, very cool. You know your stuff. Yeah, I've been doing it a long time, Chris. Hydroponically anyway. Never was a guerrilla guy up in the mountains, built on federal land and stuff like that. I never was that way, but hydroponically, and I'm about 6 years, 7 years behind the times. But my nephew and a bunch of people are still. I know a lot of people that are still growing. Black Sheep's got a question. How's it's still not being done? They did show up. They did move the washing machine out here, and we did actually do a load of laundry yesterday. So when we went to that festival in Buriram, I asked because the one dog is sick, and my mother-in-law and father-in-law were in Bangkok. They got back last night at midnight. I asked his wife, had my wife ask his wife if she would come over, give the house a good cleaning, and we'd pay her for a day's wages and take care of the dog that's sick because she can't move. She's laying on the ground. You gotta syringe water into her mouth, but she is getting better. And that's the one that I told you, the doctor. It's a weird deal. After 14 days, she could jump up and run. She could die. She could stay like this for the rest of her life. It really sucks because she's only a year old and she's a good dog. But anyway, they were here, and to help her move, the husband, who is the brother that built the fence and built the Thai kitchen and all that, were here. He says he's going to come back in 3 or 4 days, and I doubt it. I doubt it'll happen. But I've got to find somebody to do it. Let's see. Yeah, I really think it will. Jay's excellent. Make sure to take the missus and the three more for dinner. I guess I think you're talking to Robert or somebody, right? Jay East. I don't know. Sorry, I'm not caught up. I'm behind already. We have John saying we have not had mass since February. Yeah, I don't know. They had mass pretty much, John, here in Thailand, from the first day that I came here in 2018. And I want to say 20% of the people wore them anyway. And I'm guessing, if somebody thinks that's wrong, let me know. And I think that I don't know. I think at this point right now, the way the people are, and Thai people, I mean, even if the masks are only 2 baht each, that's 2 baht that they could buy something else with. So I think that they'll wear a mask to where it almost isn't good for you anymore to be breathing, bacteria and whatever you put in that mask for 3, 4, 5 days. And I don't know if that's true. I'm just saying it. I don't think the mask. I think the mask is doing more harm than good now. And that, again, that's my opinion. Well, let's see what David says here. I think the majority of vacation here are planning on coming back. However, 40% of the tourists come from China until they run. Yeah, true. I think you're absolutely. Excuse me, I'm hitting my mic button here. I think you're absolutely got it 100%, David. I agree. Yeah, if they could get by the first, if things are semi back to normal and they're still 40% light, that would be the people coming from China. So, yeah. So, and I think that's going to, I don't know if it's going to take a while or not, to tell you the truth. Dave, when are you headed up this? I'm headed that way in the middle of July, but I haven't really, God, what am I doing here? You guys hear that popping? I think maybe I might take my wife won't like it, and I think she's in the bathroom. But maybe I'll take a 2-day, 3-day trip there, even if it's in the car, and come your way. I definitely want to meet up with you. Like I said, I feel bad after Andy came all the way here, and I missed him. So, Priscilla Queen, Desert, England. That's your holiday, right? God, I jumped way up. There we go. All right, sorry. Jay's David, I must admit it's awesome without the Chinese touring. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, it was really weird when I was in Kamala and in Phuket. There were 3 or 4 weddings every day, and I don't know how they did it, but they had their whole wedding party. the cameraman, the bride, the groom, 30 people, entourage around them, taking pictures, walking up and down the beach. So I don't know what that was all about, but they obviously they haven't been around for that. Does anyone know how I can highlight your channel to be blue? I don't know what that means. Sorry. Oh, unless you're talking about moderator with the wrench. Is that what you're talking about? Hey T, how you doing? Glad you can make it. I love my dad. Yeah, me too, man. It's a bummer. She's a good one too. Her and her sister. We had three: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They were born right here on the property, or right across the way. They were born pretty much on the day that we started building from the very beginning. I knew that we were going to end up with them. The neighbor behind us is rumored to have killed the male for chewing up his garden. So we grabbed both the females and brought them to the house we were rented, probably 3-4 months before we moved here, and then came here, and they've loved it here. And it's really weird. Whatever this bug is basically killed one dog, and it's on the way trying to kill another one, which sucks. But I'm hoping. Everybody's saying morning, morning, morning. I'll be back in November, regardless. Cool. Look me up when you come, David. The more the merrier. I want to do meetups. Like I said, I think they're going to do a bunch. I know Chuck's doing one the end of July, which I'll be at, even if I have to go back. We're going the middle of July, the family, for 3 days on a holiday or something. And but I will definitely go back to that. But from this channel, I want to, once we get everything worked out, and most of the people will probably be at the Wombat in John Tiem Pattaya area, because it's easier for me to travel there than 8, 10, 12 people that are coming to visit from the channel, and they're in Bangkok. It's easier to do that. So I'm hoping to have those at least every 3 or 4 months. That's why I do this. I want to meet everybody. I'm hoping anyway. What is John saying? The doctors of disease control in the states say that you don't work towards this latest variant. Oh, the masks? It could be, but I haven't even been following variants. That's how bad I am. I don't know, James. They're saying I'm going to take her. She's like 10 days into that 14-day deal. I don't know where parvo comes from. According to what, I think it's just a disease. It's just something they get, right? Because what my wife's telling me is it's a bug, a tick or whatever, like Lyme disease or something, I'm guessing, and bites the dogs, and then it gets into their bloodstream and screws with their liver, their heart, their lungs, everything, and they can't walk. They're just, she can move now, and she's moving more and more each day, which is making me optimistic. But I've told her on the 14th day I want to go, and I want the guy to explain to me exactly what the hell the dog has. I'd like to know. So, yeah, I didn't see what you're talking about, but yeah, got to drive defensively when here. But Robert drives in Vietnam, which I've seen Vietnam. What would drive me nuts in Vietnam wouldn't be so much the traffic as the people with their freaking horns constantly honking. That would drive me insane. And I don't think there's any way to get around that. So when I go to Vietnam, I'm going to have to deal with it. A lot of folks coming in November. Yeah, I think so, T. And a lot of birthdays this month. It was Paige's birthday yesterday or day before. It was gifts a week before that. A couple of friends I know that they're having their birthday now, and my wife's birthday is on the 16th. Don't let me forget that. You guys remind me. I know Black Sheep will remind me. I don't think Max work full stop. Yeah, I don't think so either. I think if both people had a mask on and you still kept a 3-foot distance, it might help a little bit. But I don't know. Tell you the truth, I'm an old guy. I've had breathing issues, which I don't have, but in my mind I do. But I really don't. I'm not scared of getting it or dying from it. So I don't know, unless they come out with some new thing. I don't know. Jake said, I had a friend of mine, name was given if you've been to Korea. Well, yeah, I know. The non-political doctors in the U.S. have always said that. Yeah, I heard it from the very beginning too. Also, Raymond. Uh, since it's the Queen's birthday today, is immigration open? That's the Queen's birthday in Australia, Tim. Not here. It was the Queen's birthday. Was it last Monday? A week ago or so. My wife had the day off. No, it was a Friday. My wife had a Friday off. Was the Queen's here? Which Queen? Wasn't it T? Was it? It was a Friday, like last Friday or the Friday before. That's the only reason I know stuff when there's holidays and stuff, because my wife gets every one of them off. Every one of them off. Did you? I misunderstood. Yeah, I kind of figured you did. But yeah, so everything should be open, I would imagine. Like I said, it's so nice here in Surin now. It's so quick in and out on anything, even redoing my retirement visa. God, cold water's great. Friday the 3rd, okay. Let's see, me too, Dave. I've got a broken nose. Let's see. I think I caught everything, didn't I? If I didn't, put it back up. I'm trying to go back and see. Robert, you probably didn't meet the right Mr. Mitch. Just kidding. Good man, no doubt. One of my favorites here. Okay. Now, I don't know. Do you know what you're going to need for that? Because I was told by my immigration guy, because what they were back in the day, like 6 months ago, a bunch of people were talking about they're going to double everything. The retirement visa is going to be 1.2 million, and the marriage visa is going to be 800,000. Well, what I bring in is close to, it's over the 800, but it's not. It's almost 1.2. In fact, it might be. I told you before, I bring in like 105 a month. So yeah, it might meet the 1.2 barely if the bot doesn't fluctuate. So I asked him before. I said, "Can I? What do I need to do?" And he said, "We can do it," but he said it's really entailed. You need this, and he listed off a picture in front of your house with the number on it, and a picture with your wife, and he made it sound like it was a pain in the ass. Now maybe it was just because he didn't want to do any work, but I'd be curious. Let us definitely do a video on it, or let us know here. Come on and tell us about it. Does it get very busy in surrender? No. The only thing we get, I think, and I'll check with my wife if she's still here. I think it's November. The only thing that we have tourist related is the Elephant Festival, which is awesome, and that's, I think, in November. But otherwise, no. It's but I mean, it's not dead. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do. But if you're coming to, you want to hit the bar scene or stuff like that, there's bars here. But if you're doing it maybe for other things, this wouldn't be the place to go. But it's a great place. I love it. Traveler, glad you could make it. Thanks for stopping by. How can you not like Mitch? Yeah, I know. It's kind of hard to do, right? No, he's a great man. Good guy. Definitely. No doubt in my mind anyway, and in most people's mind. I mean, he's not moderator on pretty much every, Thailand, YouTube channel. So, and they all like him. So. Let's see. Everything is done for mine. Just got to take pictures back, get the stamp. 400,000 in the bank already. Was here Friday, all done except pictures. Cool. Yeah, and I might still do it, and not for the reason of reducing it, just in case they do get a wild hair. Like I said, I bring in enough to meet that, but it's like just barely. And my wife said last night that it's almost a 35 to 1. It was 34.8 8 or 9 last night. The bot to the U.S. dollar. So man, so I bring over money in the first part of the month, first week of the month. So maybe I'll bring it over early. I don't know. And that's another thing. See, I have to think in my mind. Can I bring it over early? Yeah. Then I'm kind of bucking the deal like we had talked about before. The way I read the law, 800 total for the year. Doesn't matter if you put it in 1 month, or it doesn't matter if you accumulate it. I put this month I was off this month and this month, but I put in twice as much this month. You get my drift. Supposedly it's supposed to be that way, but I don't want to do it. And if I do bring it in, then I miss like next month's. I don't know. It's a pain in the ass. But I kind of did want to go the same way that that Tim's talking about. Let's see, Chris. Do they visit your place? I don't know. Did they visit? I heard something about that. That sounds familiar, Chris. But maybe Tim knows. Did they come to your place? Is that what you were saying? Let's see. The bank was there. Oh, you were there Friday. All done separate picks. So it doesn't. I don't know. Maybe Tim can answer that. But then again, that's in Tim's province. So if you're any other place, or it's 10 seconds from now, it might be different. But at least it'll give you an idea. But I had heard that also, Chris. Are there lots of... Oh, yeah. This is it. Surin is the elephant capital of Thailand, by all means. They're all here. They're supposed to all be here. Like I said, I'll have to get my wife to reiterate what she had told me about the elephants. They're supposed to be here in Surin. The moderators, actually, they have the ability to post links, and they have the ability to block people. So if somebody comes in right now, a troll or whatever, and says Dave is blah 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 blah, they can click it and kick them off. You can time them out for 300 seconds, and if they don't say something too bad, and then you have the ability to throw them in my jail, and they don't get out unless I let them out. Yeah, I heard it as Raymond saying 34.8 to 1. That's what she told me last night, which is good, Here, Elephant Roundup 22 Friday. Yeah, November 18th. Okay, there you go, to the 20th. And if you're going to come to Surin, that's exactly when you want to come. Especially now. This will be probably the first year that it probably won't have any restrictions. The virus, of course, is screwed with everything everywhere. And it's definitely worth coming, put it that way. Something to see. I will do a video on it this time. I noticed mid-month is best to bring in monies. Yeah, I think you're probably right. I probably should change. I just looked at my converter. 34.83. Yeah, so it's getting up there. I think it's going to go. Some people think like up 38, stuff like that. I'd be happy if it stayed right where it is and didn't go down. Let's see. Retired and living the dream. Les, how you doing? Good to see you. Been a while. The marriage visa is pain in the butt. That's what my guy told me. They visit your house every year. They will not accept 2 payments in 1 month. I had to deal with a couple of years ago. Yeah, and I've heard, if you read the law, it's basically supposed to be accumulated. So, like I said, in your province, they might not. In mine, they might. I don't know. I just don't want to take the chance. But I guess in Tim's case, if you do move 400 or 800 or whatever, I don't. I just bring in and show my 1 year statement. And you can move over 400 and you don't have to worry about it. And it's just once a year that they come to your house. I guess it's up to you. But thanks for stopping by. If you're not subscribed to Retired Living the Dream, by all means, Les has a good channel. Good man. He just bought his house that he was living in. Good channel. You guys will enjoy it. Hi Dave, up early today. Yeah, I gotta start sleeping in a little bit, man. It's killing me. Everybody does stuff. Bobby does his live streams at 7, 8 o'clock at night, and Man, I'm ready to pass out because I'm up at 5. So I got to start. I got to start. Rough. How many elephants roughly? Sorry, the question. They're up in Elephant Village. I'm supposed to go up there. I'll take it. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, I guess. I could try to find out for you, John, but I don't know. Maybe, Jake will probably ask the almighty Google. 50 to 1, no way, Mojo. That would be nice, wouldn't it, Joe? I'll take that. Back again question. You didn't tell us about the new. Yeah, no kidding. You're right. I'm glad Black Sheep's around. If you guys noticed, I didn't on the way back in the video. If you didn't watch the video, you didn't see it. But on the way out, I did little talking. We're on our way now, whatever. So you don't have to look at much of the video, the very first of it. They came in and they probably put, I'm going to say almost, they raised it up almost 2 feet. And then they put maybe a foot on top of that of rock. And then they had their big rollers and everything like that. And according to my wife, they said they're doing this for this year, and next year they're allotting whatever, and hopefully we're going to get a real road. But yeah, it's awesome. So far, no water, no nothing. It's way up. It's all the way up to the entry. And I'm going, God, I hope that they're going to knock this down a little bit before they put any kind of asphalt or anything on top, because otherwise the shit's going to run right into my house. But it's a little bit below. Before my driveway went, down to the street. Now it's very, very little. It's awesome, actually. Thanks for that. I have done a couple of videos on the marriage visa. Yeah, he has a bunch of stuff on, a lot of good, interesting stuff. Way more than me. Les is a good vlogger. I'm not a good vlogger. Let's see. Saying a lot depends on who you do. Yeah, of course. Udon is not a tourist area. A lot of married, retired expats. So did they come to your house, Tim? Did you answer that, or did I miss it? I might have missed it. If I did, if you would put it back up again, I'd like to know, because Les is saying, and I had heard that before too, that they have to come to your house. 6:30 this morning, normally 9. Wow. Yeah, see, that's what I'd like to get. 6:30 would even be fine for me. That would be normal. Then I'd be going to bed at maybe 11, something like that. I could do that. Let's see. Saying hello. Jake saying hello to Richard and Richard's mom. I don't think he's here, but he watches occasionally. Good man, by the way. How you doing, Richard? More than 200 elephants okay, so more than 200 participate in the event and surround TripAdvisor. Okay, sounds about right. Probably a little bit more than that, I think. Depends on the year. How do I like the Forza compared to the PCX? If I'm a big guy, I'm 260 pounds, so the PCX pushed me around fine, but didn't have cruising at 90, 100 kilometers. It'll do it. I wouldn't want to hold the PCX at 100 for a long, long period of time. But I wouldn't, me, I don't drive more than 45 minutes an hour, and I want to stop, get a bottle of water. I don't push stuff anymore. So, is the PCX capable? Yeah, sure it is. But my PCX, I got that extra throttle that I really like. I got the side bags. Not that you couldn't have put them on the PCX. I've seen some of the 155s like Mitch has and James has and Kevin had, and you could do it, and the price obviously, it's a lot cheaper even if you bought a new PCX. And the new PCX I think is a 160, and I have not ridden that, so it would be definitely something to check in for the dollar value. And I don't see. You don't need to go over 100 kilometers. That's pretty much it. 90 is pretty much the law. Cruising at 100 is just about perfect. But I do love my Forza. Yeah, I'm good talk. Yeah, you can't shut me up, right? Thanks, Les. And I just don't. Les has some bunch of good videos, information and stuff too. And he's a good talker. So by all means, join his channel. You'll see what I mean. They did not. Okay. So they didn't. Like I said, typical Thailand. One to the next, to the next, to the next. They're all different. So I would say, whenever you're going to do anything and you have a significant other that can go and fluently speak Thai, go in and just ask the information. Usually they'll be able to give you a piece of paper. Like when I went and got my license, they gave me a piece of paper that had everything on it that I needed to do for Surin. And I'm sure that they have that throughout Thailand. Same thing for, your marriage deal, if you're regular to get this visa. They'll let you know. Now, does that mean that when you get back there the next day and you're with another officer, and that officer says, "No, I don't need those two pieces of paper. I need these two"? Could possibly happen. You'll get used to it. When you go the first time, document exactly what you needed. We keep a file, little briefcase type thing, loaded full of pictures of me, pictures of my passport, everything, copies of the book, everything. So that if they do say, "Oh, well, I need this and that," okay, here you go. And when you get that done, you're talking about even in a busy place, if you've got everything that you need and you're going in for your visa and you applied the week before and got your 1 year bank statement and you have all that and you go there, you might blow a half a day and you're done. So, 6 hours once a year, I think most people can handle. Joe has a question. Dave, did you get the name of the weed named? Yeah, somebody said it yesterday or 2 days ago. God, and I said, yeah, that's it. Maybe they're still watching. I need it for my grandson. And they said that the girl, what it was for seizures. Charlotte's Web. Charlotte's Web is the name of the one. It's really low in THC and high in cannabinoids. So you have to go on a sling. Go to the doctor on Tuesday. We're doing our marriage visa next month. We got 2 weeks before to make sure we have all the paperwork. Exactly. And they ask for the extra, every year over and above what is, yeah, exactly. And it depends on which one you go to. I've been lucky enough here in Surin that I'm pretty much dealing with the same two people. And it's amazing how Thai people can remember you. Granted, I'm pretty distinctive looking, but, they'll remember you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Robert was saying something about when he came here, he hasn't been to Thailand in God knows how long or whatever, and the person, oh, I remember you, They remember. I drove a PCX when I was there the last time. My girlfriend let me drive hers. It was brand new. Black. No. Loved it. I wanted to trade my Harley for one. Yeah, I love my Forza. I mean, it's awesome, and you could really make. In fact, if you get a hold, I would drive the 160, and if you could make that happen for you, it would be awesome. I'm sure. I enjoy the twist and goes, man. I mean, I've been suicide shifting rigid frame Harley Davidsons for 50 years damn near, and it's convenient. Would I get ribbed and harassed if I was back in the U.S.? Every day, probably. But I'm having fun, and I enjoy it, and I really do like that Forza. Really nice. And you can buy them used. People buy them, and then they don't want them, or they leave the country. And I wouldn't even, the 300 would be an option. And I think you could get them for a 20 or a 21, 110,000 baht. Maybe 105, and so that's got really, really, really low kilometers. I bought mine off of another foreigner, and he kept books and everything on it, and I looked at it and said, and I never had a problem with mine. It's nice that I have the, all the stuff with the new one, but if I was to do it again, I'd buy probably a used one. Yeah, I would definitely check it out, John. I would definitely. Oh, let's see. Black sheep. Since on the subject, doctor, what's the update on the knees? And I still haven't. I've got all the paperwork for the passport. I didn't get the. I got to go down and get pictures. I should probably do that today, and I still haven't gotten the the bank drafts. I got to do that too. Everything else is done and in the envelope, and I got to mail it off. And I just have to kick myself in the butt. I just keep putting it off because what happens if I get pulled over and I can't worry about that anymore. Just saying once, yeah, as long as you're not an ass, and I don't know how I can say anything more about the single one most important thing that you need to know when you come to Thailand and you're going to stay here for any amount of time, or even if you're not, is you need to be respectful. Take your hat off when you go into immigration. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. And they really care. They really give a shit. And if you're nasty, you're going to be there for days upon days and upon days because they will just string it out. And but if you're good to them, because what's the big deal? I mean, if you're retired, what's the big deal if you have to run back out and spend another half hour going to some place and having something copied and getting another piece of paper and coming back and being done with whatever you're doing? There isn't that many things to do. Your driver's license every 2 years. Once you get past the 2 years, it's every 5 years. Every year you have to do your visa or whatever it is, unless you're on an elite visa or something. There isn't that many. If you buy a scooter, you'd have to do something. You have to do your tags and all that, but that's easy stuff. Roll it in, they check it out, and boom, and you're done. Pay your money. So it's not that big of a deal, I guess is what I'm saying. A lot of people make it out to be a royal pain in the ass, and it's really not. If you're an ass, yeah. If you're an ass, yeah, it could be a nightmare. They could make it a nightmare for you, and I don't blame them. They should. But if you're cordial and you're respectful and all that, anything you want, they'll pretty much do. And like you were saying there, like Chris was saying, once they get to know you and you're in here every time we go, they remember, boom, 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 and you're done. They're not going to bust your chops. But like I said, it does vary. Like we just saw with Les, they came to his house. With Tim, they didn't come to the house. So just kind of be prepared. And like I said, if you need to be sabay, you need to be in a relaxed state of mind to come and live here anyway. You don't want to be, if you're I've got to have breakfast at 7:03 and I've got to be, and you're regimented in it, you're probably going to have a crappy time here in Thailand. If you can get past that and just enjoy yourself, it'd be a lot better. The immigration officer will, yeah, every time. And they'll be smiling at you as they're going, boy, you're screwed. Yeah, come back tomorrow. Do whatever you want. Yeah. They take it, that losing face and stuff like that. Like I said, I went that one time, and this French guy and his wife was Thai, and she could speak French, and he was just MFing these two of them up and down and up and down and up and down, and they're smiling. And she's saying, please forgive him. He's sorry. He don't know what he's saying. She's saying all this stuff. And they told him to come back tomorrow. And I'm laughing. My wife said, why are you laughing? And they're not going to help him tomorrow. It's going to take him a week to get through what he needs to do. Takes nice to get, yeah. And I got beat up in many police stations, back room, handcuffed, okay, before I learned to say yes sir, no sir. And it doesn't matter how much you scream, why don't you take these cuffs off and I'll beat you up and down the wall here. They won't take them off. And they're pretty good about it. They know where to whack you and hit you with what, keep the bruising down. I hate to say that. This was a long time ago. We're talking 40 years ago outside of Los Angeles. But, back then, was, I had friends that finally told me, you're a nasty bastard, Dave. Why don't you try being nice once? I said, they're never nice to me. And he said, because you're never nice to them. And sure enough, the first time when I got pulled over, it was in a car, it wasn't on a bike. And said, can I have your license? Yes, sir. No, sir. And I got arrested because I had a warrant. Go figure. And they put cuffs on me. Well, usually they would just clamp those cuffs down and make it miserable. And he put them on. He said, "Is that too tight? Is that okay for you?" I said, "Yeah, that's fine, man." And he put me in the car, and it all went nice and smooth, I'd been cuffed like this, and talk about pain. I don't even think I can stretch there at 65. Anyway, we'll talk about that another day. Let's see. What's it saying? 1 month paperwork, 11 months easy street. Yeah, exactly. And I think you can even do it in less than that. Mark's doing, yeah, you got to redo yours when you come back, right? He's doing that. A box of biscuits for the summertime. Yeah, exactly. And don't, not that we haven't done that. My wife brings everybody anything. And see, it helps a little bit with me because her father worked for TOT. She works for TOT. TOT does all the government, cameras, internet, everything. So they kind of know her. Not like, oh, I know her name and all that. But they know her dad. They know her. They know that she has something to do. So do they make it maybe a little bit easier for me? They don't say that they do, but I believe that they do. Yeah, exactly. If you want to, that's what, like I said, to renew my my retirement visa, it's 1,900 baht. I want to save somebody that's going in that hires a visa place and all that. What do they charge? Do you know, John? Because I know that James did it too. 6,000, 8,000, and I don't know, 150, 200 bucks, 300 bucks, I don't know, 10,000, whatever it is. They say it's, Mitch did it, James did it, and all the people that I talked to said it was the best thing in the world, like you just said. Boom, boom, they did everything for you. Me, it's so much easier now because my wife knows everything that they want, has it all ready to go. We spend, under half a day going down and getting it all done, and we're done for the year. So in case, like in Les's case, he's saying, he's got a bunch of paperwork, and that's what the guy told me on the marriage visa. He said it's a way more pain in the butt. He said, if you want to do it, we can do it next year or whatever. And I said, well, let me think about it and we'll see what happens. But like I said, if they double that deal where you got to bring in 1.2 million, which I haven't heard in a long time, that would kind of make me a little nervous. Not that I couldn't bring in extra money, but that's what I allot. No matter what the bot does, but we'll see. Not good if you're OCD. Yeah, no. You can't firefight. No, it's like I said. It's just I've heard horror stories, and stuff like that, but I've never experienced it. But ever since I've gotten here, I've always been, yes sir, no ma'am, yes ma'am, whatever you want to do. And like I said, this makes kind of a big deal. They kind of look at that as a form of respect. And I've always been a big respect guy. I give respect when it's earned, and I expect it back. You understand. Anyway, they look at it that way, and they're going, okay, this guy may be a foreigner. He doesn't speak any Thai, but at least he respects what we're doing here. And I think it goes, a million miles. And so I just paid 30,000 baht for visa insurance in the bank account. Yeah, and I've heard that too, John. That there's ways around different stuff. So I'll put your questions in. How many times Dave was in handcuffs? I couldn't even tell you. Every time he sneaks out on the bike, yeah, and I mean, we would run around, man. I mean. We were only 15, 16 years old. I was 16 when I had my panhead. So they didn't. The helicopters were just they were around, but they weren't as prevalent as they are, let's say, in the last 30 years. And there was a lot of places that if a cop was in a car, you could get away from them. Alleyways between houses, stuff like that. And we knew where they all were in the San Fernando Valley. But on the times that we did get caught, the cops weren't very sympathetic, especially when I was being nasty, and that's the times that I got beat. And it wasn't like a bunch, twice, you know. So, uh, what's every time he sneaks out? Yeah, we had a bunch of fun. It was nice. We'll have to talk about how everybody was brought up from their youth. Because like I said, I think that most of the people on here, and in case there's other people and new subscribers that are looking, 95% of the time we talk about Thailand. But I would just be curious because I think it was the best time to grow up. I mean, we had peace and love and free love, and the late '60s, the '70s. We had the best music. We had the best cars by far. I mean, late '60s and early '70s was everything. So I don't know. It would definitely be a topic for another time. Jake's here. I haven't seen him in a while. We'll bring Jake in. Hey, Jake, what's up, brother? Hey, there's Richard. How you doing? Glad you
Hey,
could stop
Richard.
by, Richard.
Hi, Richard's mom.
I'll put up. Yeah, where should I'll put this up. He'll probably give me a copyright strike. I'm gonna do it anyway. There we go. I like Donner Richard. He's one of my faves. But yeah, so we'll have to talk about that one time. Because I don't know. Everybody's telling me I should have topics and stuff, and I get lazy and you'd think every 2 days I'd have a whole day to think of stuff, and I don't. Um, and Richard said hi to Gator. Everybody's saying hi to Richard. Let's see let's say there are many ways to skin a cat. He's wise. Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of ways that you could do it. I mean, it's just for me. I know that on one of Chuck's recent videos, he was talking about. I think he said 3,900 baht is what the unlimited entry and into the country. The only thing he said he usually only goes 3 times, so it doesn't really make sense because he said he has to go down and get one because he's leaving to go to the United States. But I think it's as a safety net for what 30, 60, 90, $120 because like I said before, I've heard of horror stories where um, people gotten drunk and woke up in Japan, went skiing, and then tried to get back in. Well, they'd already used their one time or whatever, and I said, well, I just got my visa 3 months ago. Yeah, but you didn't have a thing. This is no good. This is junk. Throw it away. Go get a new one. And I've heard stories of that. So, for 120 bucks, for me, it's worth it to pay the 3,900 extra and get the unlimited. And Richard saying hi to Tommy. The it's I don't know. That's my opinion again, of course. But let's see what's John saying. I was there about 4 hours, but I got everything I needed. I thought it was a fair deal. That's about 1,200. Can lawyer? Well, yeah, exactly. Like I said, if you've got the money and you're coming here, if you want to live here and you're lucky enough to be retired, like let's say James is under 50. I don't think he's ever admitted his age, but he bought it because of that. He didn't have to worry about anything. 5 years, he's done. And then I had asked him before, and he has said it before on his live streams or videos that once he gets past this and he is over 50, he'll probably just hire somebody to go in and pay the 3 or 4 or 5,000 baht or whatever it takes to have somebody go get it done for him,
I've heard
which
him
makes
say his
sense.
age. I think he's 47 or something like that.
Something like that. Or saying hi, ET. How have you been? Staying healthy. Yeah, Richard hasn't been around much lately. Dave, thanks for continuing to use the intro now. Too. Would love to take a stab at new ones for you. You don't have to use it, but I'd love it, Richard. Send them to me. You bet. In case you don't know, Richard's the one. I think I've said it enough. He's the one that did the intro and the outro for me. So maybe we'll get another one. That would be absolutely awesome. I think he's Jones and he wants to play with the computer. I'd love it, Richard. You bet. There's Tommy saying hi to Richard. But yeah, he did a good job. Did a great job on it also. It is. I can't do that. So Richard, I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. The Richard Travel. I'm trying to duck my head. And that logo behind me has a channel. Maybe somebody will pop it up. It's good just to go back and watch the old videos. But he, some of the stuff that he does, it amazes me because I'm just no good at it. I can barely put a video together, vlogging, let alone the stuff. And he was putting in so many hours, doing his show or whatever you want to call it. But it was awesome. It was one of the few anything on YouTube that I would stay up past 8 o'clock to watch.
Richard's show was one of the best produced Thai travel vlogs ever. And, I don't know how closely he follows some of the people that he promoted, but I think he had Chev and Dev on when they had like 600 followers.
Yeah, he did.
Something like
he
that.
did. Yeah.
They are closing in on, and it's only been like a year and change. They're closing in on 100,000.
I saw that.
Subscribers right now.
That's awesome.
And Richard was the one that basically launched him. So, I mean, credit to Richard. He launched a lot of people.
Yeah, he did. Me included. He gave me a lot of subscribers. To me, it was nothing to drop in the bucket, no big deal. Yeah, and that's what it's all. I mean, money's relevant, right? That's why people ask me all the time, how much does it cost to live in Thailand? Well, that's a loaded question. It could cost as little as $1,200-$1,500. Live comfortably, $2,500. Live with the family, $30 to $35. It's all relative. I know when I was younger, I could go and spend $3,500 in a weekend running around bars. So it's all relevant on what you're going to do. But the way I look at it, your dollar stretches like this here. The weather is awesome. Like I said, it hits my deal. You can swim on Christmas and New Year's, so that's one of my criterias on where I wanted to go. But
you're in a sleigh on Christmas. That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's true. I'm supposed to be. And I said hi to Fa. How you doing, Fa?
Hi, Fa.
If you guys aren't, just saying hi to everyone. By all means, sub to her channel and watch her if you can. I think she's over 1,000 too, but I don't think she has her watch hours. But she does live streams all the time.
She went 5.5 hours.
Does her nails.
She went 5.5 hours.
John's saying, I paid 6,000 baht for a motorcycle and car driver's license. Just had to read the color chart. Super easy. Did you have to watch the movie? I had to watch the movie, but I didn't pay that much. I paid, I don't know. I don't remember. I'll try to find out. But I went in and took the eye test, and then took the colorblind one, and then the green light, and that was it. And then I had to sit 45 minutes. They showed the deal. And let's see if I'm saying hi to ET. No, my ears still have some work. Customer on the way. I hope your ear feels better. No movie. Yeah, I was kind of hoping they were to do that with me. And I think if it would have only been me instead of the 3 other people, they probably would have done that. But they didn't. It wasn't that big a deal. It was air conditioned. The lady was nice enough to put a fan directly on me. So I didn't. It was easy. Let's see. I didn't put up. I'll put up the link too because it's been an hour and a half. Unbelievable. Okay, how do I do this? Clipboard. Okay. I'll put it here in case somebody wants to.
I was going to say you need help. I'm
See if
pretty
it
good with
goes.
that whole cut to base thing. If you haven't
Yeah,
noticed,
I'm getting there. I started. I did that live stream for the second. I did two in one day. Came on the fourth, and I did put up some of that footage and was be able to. I was able to pull the files off the GoPro, which I didn't know I could do, and then show them on that live stream. So I'll get better one of these days.
Dave, what model of GoPro are you using right now?
I've got the 9. It's right here. As a
The
matter.
9.
I just I just cleaned it and but it great camera. I really like it. And people say, does it overheat? Does it do that? It hasn't on me. I'm sure if you're shooting 5K and it's
Yeah.
115 out and you've got it sitting in the blazing sun, it's probably going to overheat. But I haven't had any problem with mine.
Well, I don't think I'm going to shoot 5K. I don't think I need that.
Yeah,
For my
4K.
for my
I don't
10
even shoot
followers,
4K.
whatever I got going on right now.
Somebody was asking way back when your next video
So I've recently
is.
been doing a lot of shorts with my brother-in-law's dog who does water therapy, and what's really funny is they because of I hashtag them with shorts, they get into shorts rotations, and about every other one catches fire and gets a few thousand views.
No, not mine. I haven't gotten any views on any of mine.
But but
But I still do them. I still have
but if
fun.
I do
But it's
something
really
like
weird. It's
a
weird.
cooking video or something, it gets the typical 70 views or something. But I do
And
appreciate
John's.
everybody that tunes in because my wife and I just have fun with it. It's just I've been doing
That's
a
what
lot
it's
of
all
other
about.
things, trying to
You got to have fun.
learn stuff.
John was asking, is Richard Travel still on? No, he's on a hiatus of some sort. He'll come back hopefully soon, but I'm hoping he will.
I hope so too.
But yeah, it was something that I
It
watched all
was,
the
I
time.
mean, I used to
Where he
look
was,
forward to my Saturday mornings here in the United States
bless her, having
that
fun.
I would tune in. It was like I told my niece in Chiang Mai that I'd talk to every Saturday morning. I said, "Honey, we got to work around this live show that I like to watch." It was the best. Hey, Mark in Thailand, how are you at the moment?
How you
Well,
doing, Mark?
not in Thailand at the moment. Good morning, everybody.
Let's see. John do a short on royalty. Yeah, it's really weird on the shorts. Like I said, I did one on something that got like 85 views. The one of my wife from behind and her butt in Koh Chang got over 1,000, and my hamburger. I took a picture of a hamburger, a double cheeseburger that I had, and it got more than that, 2 or 3 thousand. So I don't know. I don't know how it works. Let's see what Robert's saying. I got an appointment today. Motor vehicle license renew. Okay. I have a Thai lady help me. 5,000 Thai baht. No movie, no doctor, just a color test. Perfect, Robert. Yeah, I got to find out what mine was, but mine wasn't that much even. Mine was, I want to say it was under 2,000 baht, and I want to say it was under 1,000 for both. So I don't know. I'll ask my wife, and hopefully my Alzheimer's won't kick in, and I'll remember to tell everybody next time. So you're off today, Queen's birthday.
Yeah, Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. We celebrate her birthday every year, not the overlords that are in England. G'day, Les. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Les, absolutely top bloke. Absolutely top bloke.
Yes, yes, I
So
agree. I agree with that.
I will definitely. I'm back for 10 days, Les, and hopefully in those 10 days we can catch up for a coffee or a beer, maybe. I don't know. But then I'm back every 1 week every month. So I'm
That's
definitely
awesome.
catching back up. So and it's
And
not
then
too
how long
far from
before
me.
you're back for good? How long are you before? 2 years?
Well, contract ends December 2023. They are talking about already wanting me to extend the contract, and I said let's have those conversations around November next year. So, well, that's right. That's right.
Oh,
So
cool.
it depends how much money I can save in the next 18 months. My goal is to put enough coin in there to go and buy a brand new Fortuner. So
Oh, there you go.
if I can do that in the next 18 months, that's my goal. That's my goal. So,
Very cool.
um, you know,
It's a good goal.
I paid cash for the house, so that took a little bit out of my long-term living expenses. So I've got the opportunity to put all that money back in the bank in 18 months and put some aside for Fortuna. So we'll see.
Very cool.
Mm.
Oh, let's see.
That's outstanding,
Les
Mark.
says cheers. Les is a good guy. Out of
Yeah.
all the people, when I went, I got to spend, I think, the most time with Les and his wife, and we got to wrap. We haven't had a chance to meet back up, but we will, because we'll come that way. Like I said, hopefully, Chuck's doing a meetup. I don't know. Are you going to be around the end of July or no?
So I
When's your?
fly in on the 15th, fly back out on the 25th, and then I'll be back at the end of each month, after that.
Because I
So
know that he hasn't set a date, but the end of July he's going to do a meetup at the Wombat.
mm.
Kind of, I know that, like I said, I feel bad because I don't even want to say, hey Mark, you want to go out and have lunch, because then I'm thinking, God, and taking him away from his wife and children who haven't seen him in a month. I feel bad, but hopefully everything will work out good.
Well,
Someone.
I'm bringing two friends over from Australia, from Melbourne, who have never been to Thailand before. So they're going to be staying at Tom and I know a really great guy called Craig, who's opening. I'll give a free plug: the Hideaway Resort in Ban Chang, which had its soft opening on the 9th and an official opening on the 10th of this month. It's a 4.5 to 5 star resort. So if you, Jake, if you can find out the link, I don't know how to do that, but it's called the Hideaway Resort in Ban Chang. If you
The
are ever
Hideaway
in the
Resort.
Hideaway
Cool.
Resort Ban Chang, and so my friends are going to be staying at Craig's Resort for 10 days, and I'll be staying at home, but we'll be catching up, and we've got a trip planned to obviously to the Wombat. They've got to see where I hang out.
Yeah, I'll be there too. Now they said in 2 weeks they're taking over the place next door, so it's going to be twice as big. So
Yeah,
it should be
yeah,
something.
yeah.
But I'm definitely going to come that time. Well, I'm going to be there on the 15th. I don't know if I'm going to be leaving that day, but we're coming. I want to say the 13th to the 15th, or maybe the 13th to the 16th. 13th, 14th, 15th. Yeah, to the 16th. So
Okay.
maybe we'll have enough time to catch
Yeah,
a
probably
hamburger or something.
probably on the weekend, because Monday I've got a day booked in at immigration. So in the morning I've got to go to Bangkok Bank, download a year's worth of financial transactions, and then in the afternoon I'll head over to.
Now, which bank are you going to?
Well, I'm Bangkok Bank, and so
Bangkok Bank took. You're going to go to the one in Bangkok.
no, because the one in Rayong, when I set up my visa, when I set up my bank account, she
Mm-hmm.
said to me, perfect English, when it comes time to renew your visa, you come and ask for me, and I will give you all the paperwork. So I'm hoping it'll all be done
Mm.
that right
They
that
told me.
no,
They told me the same thing. So
well,
if it was me,
yep,
I would have your wife the week before you get here go down and
double check.
yeah, and order it through the bank. It costs 200 baht. It costs like $6,
Yeah.
and do it, because they told me that too. I brought them the 6 months because they wouldn't give me a year. According to
Mm.
what they say, the only people that can give a year is Bangkok, and it takes a week to get there and get back. So I went brought my 6 months down there. And they said this is no good. We need a year.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
I
I had
know
to
you
wait.
need a
This was
year.
the
So,
first time I went.
well, maybe a question to Les. If I think Les is still there. Les, I'm
He
with
might be.
Bangkok Bank. Les and I are both in the same province of Rayong. Any problems, Les, in just going in there in the morning and ordering up a year's worth of statements? Do you think? Um,
Yeah, we'll find out.
but I mean,
Um,
I spoke to another my friend over in Hua Hin, who's recovering nicely from stage 2 tongue cancer, by the way. So
cool. Good.
appreciates everyone's wishes. He said, "Look, no problems. He's with Bangkok Bank in Hua Hin, and he goes in the morning, and they print it straight back out for him." Uh,
They print out
so
6 months or they print a year. or do you know?
Gave him a year. Gave him the year.
Huh?
So
The thing
That
is
would
now
be
is that
that's awesome.
so with so many people using Wise and doing
takes
large
2 weeks. All right.
transfers with Wise.com, Bangkok Bank is one of only like 3 or 4 banks that they will allow the higher transfers
Mm.
They've
through
never
Wise.
questioned. They've never questioned any of my transfers, and I heard the other banks do, but my
But the other
Bangkok
banks
Bank has
are now
never.
prohibited by Thai law.
Yeah, well, Bangkok Bank, they've never said no. You
No, they're
can't bring
good.
in that much money. Yeah,
They're good, Dave. Bangkok Bank,
yeah.
Siam
I like
Commercial.
Bangkok, but
I
I would
used to have a
definitely check
Siam
that out.
Commercial Bank for many years, but
I would definitely check that out though, just for the fact of that. And I'm gonna say Pattaya because that's what my wife says. Pattaya. You tell me, John, is that right or wrong?
that's what your wife says. I'm going with
There's
that.
Chris. There he is. Just started a quick hello to hit the thumbs up. Thank you, brother.
Yes.
Hope you're well.
Hi, Chris.
Well, another spot question for Les. Then put him on the spot. Do you reckon my missus can order it for me, Les, 2 weeks in advance if I get her to do it in the next 2 weeks?
2 weeks they told me, but normally just it took me 6 days, 7 days to get mine. So
So yeah, spot question for you, Les. Do you reckon my missus has got any issue going into the branch where I set it up and just say, listen here, because she's still got my bank book. I didn't bring that back to Australia, so she's got my bank book. So there's all my account details. So, but even if it's a week, even if it's a week, like Les is saying that probably just over a week. If I get there on the Friday and I don't fly out to the following Sunday, if I order it on the Monday morning and hopefully they expedite it, I don't know whether
if
Thailand
she,
expedites anything, I can do it on the Friday before I go.
I would think if she has your bank book, she should be able to do it.
Yeah.
I would think. I don't know for sure. I'm guessing, but I would think. But they told me 7 to 10 days, and both times it was under seven,
Oh, well,
6.
Dave,
So
if I have to get back on a plane the next week and come back,
it wouldn't that be a travesty? Yeah, yeah. There you go.
I've got to the 8th of August to renew it. My visa expires on the 8th of August. So
Okay.
yeah.
I got told off for moving my eyes on the eye test. I said, I'm trying, I'm trying. They did not do that test to me. Is that the one where you're peripheral? Because the only thing they did with me was what color is this? Blue. What color is this? Yellow. What color is this? Blue. What color is this? Red. That's it. And then the petals. And that's it. They didn't, I heard about the peripheral, but I didn't, they didn't do that to me. Again, showing you in Thailand, you don't know what you're going to get into. They might have a new one by the time somebody else comes up.
Passport, my
That's Sam.
ID.
I had
All
good
right, Lee.
luck with Bangkok.
Well, look,
I
if worst, I can always delay my flight back. So if it,
that
you
would
know, if
be
they,
a travesty too.
yeah.
You'd have to
So,
stay longer in Thailand. Let's see, Johnson. Yes, that's right. Okay, good. All right, that's what I heard anyway. That's what my wife tells me. And what's hard too here in Thailand. Sorry, I went that one too fast. Les says maybe not normally. They need a passport with your ID. You might be right, Les. You might be right. The
we'll suck it and see.
yeah, it could be. The weird thing too. I know that Unseen. He did a video talking about saying Sawati krep. They say krep, rolling the tongue here in Isan, in Surin. And I don't know if it's just a Surin thing or if it's a Cambodian thing. I don't know. Cambodian, they speak half the time when they're talking. So I guess what I'm saying is, as you travel through this great land, their words have different meanings as you go. But and I know very few. I'm really impressed by Chuck's being able to write and read Thai and speak the Thai that he does in 4 years, 5. I've been here almost 4, and Sawadi crap. That's what I can say.
Oh,
I can say
well,
2 or 3 things. That's
the
it.
owner of that hideaway resort, Craig is his name, speaks fluent Thai. That's absolutely amazing. He's Thai. He's just absolutely
That's
blows
yeah.
me
That's what
away.
I heard. That's what I heard on if people are here a long time and stuff. And I heard you have to speak fluent Thai to become a resident or whatever it is, so to
Yeah,
where you're
yeah.
part of Thailand.
But
I
but you
heard
know
that.
what? To become an Australian citizen, they put you through language tests and history tests and all sorts of tests as well. So
Right.
Thailand isn't any different to any other country that you're trying to get permanent residency for.
Yeah, exactly, John. They say cup, crap, and
I say
or
Sawadee
ka,
Cup, Sawadee Cup.
sweaty cup. Yeah.
Mm.
It just, I mean, what's really weird when you say something that's like this close and they look at you
Yes.
like, what the hell is he trying to say? And then they say the thing and it's just barely different than what you said. Like me saying watchtower or watchtower, or whatever. And you don't know what a watchtower is. They're looking at you like this and then you hear them say it back and you're going, well, you mean you couldn't get that little? I
Yeah.
guess every little pronunciation, every roll of the tongue, every blah, 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 means something different. So,
Well,
but
take
it's
the
a
word
shady looking character. I'm going to
take the
let him
word
in only
my.
because somebody said he was a nice guy. Otherwise, I wouldn't let him in. But
Well, if
I'll
you
let
look
him
at the
in
word, oh,
because
here he is.
he came highly
Don't believe them.
recommended.
Don't believe them. It's their lies. It's all lies. Good
Now,
morning,
now
everyone. How's everyone today?
here's a bloke that speaks fluent Thai, but only on
That's right.
pickup lines. Only on
I w-
pickup lines.
That's
only on Bar Finds R Us. Hey, speaking of immigration and everything, I just went down there. I had a low tire on a front tire on my bike, so I stopped by my motorbike shop. Got down there at 8:45, and I'm already home. Bam,
yeah.
bam,
Yeah.
slam dunk. And guess what? In 60 days, I surpass or my anniversary, 1 year in Thailand will be in 60 days
Already.
since
Holy
retirement. Yeah.
shit.
And on top of that, because I speak fluent Thai, I'll have my residency.
Oh, well.
That's
So
right.
there
He
you
does
have it,
speak
baby.
fluent. He's fluent.
And then
He owns real
2
estate.
weeks
He does
later,
everything.
I'm off to Italy. Hey, Jake.
Oh,
There you go, Mitch. It. I don't know. Like I said, before all this crap came out, they were like, I think, this close to getting rid of that 90-day. Like I said, they know when Mitch was going around or when we went on our motorcycle ride. Every time we checked into a hotel, they knew that Mitch was there. They knew I was there. They knew Chuck was there. They knew they knew right where we were. It's the responsibility of the hotel to let the government know who's in their hotel. So why do they need that? And if I'm not there and I haven't went out on a plane, because if I went out of the country, they would have my passport and they would know I left the country, then I'm at my home that I'm registered with. So I think they're going to get rid of it. And they didn't because I think there was so much crap going on with the virus, it was just a non-issue. They pushed it back on the back burner. But I'm hoping that they do. I know a lot of people complain about it, but like Mitch, what it took a half hour out of your life. I mean, it's it's not that big a deal, I guess.
Yeah, it
no,
was
Is what
a
I'm
it's
slam
saying.
dunk. I mean, I was really, yeah,
My wife
impressed how
says,
quick it
Les
was.
says my wife says I'm close at some things, but I'm miles away. Yeah, and I don't even try to say some of the stuff.
well,
I'm
you take
talking to someone on the side here. Sorry,
you,
that
you
apparatus is on the back of my bike. I'd have to go downstairs and get it.
you take the word my, for example. Now, if you say my, means no, but it has 5 different meanings depending on whether you have an ascending tone, a flat tone, or a descending tone,
Right.
right? And how long you actually stretch the word out. And it's such a simple word, my. So it can be a girl's name. It can be mean no. It can means, as I said, 5 different meanings for just the one word. So I sympathise with you, Les, because I'm in exactly the same boat.
And Ralph's saying to me,
Exactly the
it's
same
raining
boat.
here for like 2 weeks. Where's Ralph at? Do you know, Mitch?
Yes, Dave. We're talking about weather in the Seattle area.
Okay. Well, it always
Yeah,
rains in Seattle, doesn't it? Like 365.
and it
At least
never
that's
rains
what
in Southern
most.
California too,
No,
right?
never, ever,
Apparently,
ever.
no.
I'll tell you what. When
Yeah.
I was there, I loved the rain. I mean, I could see
Oh,
how it could be depressing, but everything was so lush green and Seattle's gorgeous, or outside Seattle. I was in Puyallup, I think is how you pronounce
Yeah,
it.
Puyallup.
Puyallup.
Do the
Yeah,
Puyallup.
it was very nice, gorgeous place. But I could see how,
Seattle.
raining, depression and that kind of stuff. Again, 90-day
That's good.
online now. Mitch tried it
Yeah,
online. It didn't
you know
work.
what? I did
right?
it. I did. The only problem, and I'll get this straight now. The only problem with that website was me. I was going through. I was already pre-registered, going through the thing, and it was asking about my address, and I'm going, oh man, Ampo district, what? I was like, oh man, and I'm pulling up all this stuff. Frustrations, peaking. I had somewhere to be, and then one question it said, and I was like, fuck it, I'll just go in the morning. Just like that. I threw the towel in.
I know Chuck did it and he had a problem with it, but then since then I think he's done it and he didn't have a problem with it. So I guess it is probably, if it was me, it'd probably be the same thing. User error.
That's all it is. Operator headspace. That's what we call it in the military. When
Maybe, but like I said, by the time I pulled up the website and started doing whatever it is, I could be on my scooter, be to the deal, walk up, walk back, and come back. Probably just as long as it would take me to do it. And what do they give you? You print out something? I think you print out something. Hey Don, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while.
Awesome.
Oh, Don.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Don coming back again.
I missed him when he was last over.
What's that?
I missed Don when he was in. I think I was still in Thailand when Don was there. We just. I might have left when he was there. He caught up with you, didn't he, Mitch? You and Don got together, yeah?
Yeah, a couple times actually. Yeah.
Cool. So that's all it did. Chuck hasn't come out and said exactly when the end of. He just said the end of July for the meetup, right? He hasn't put a date together yet. Do you know, Mitch?
Yeah, no date. It's still.
No.
I know.
The end of July.
He said he would be celebrating the 4th of July in the United States. So, how long after that, when he brings his mom back, it'll be in July,
Right.
towards the end of July.
Maybe I'll get lucky and it'll be
That's the same thing
between
he
the
said on his
13th
channel,
and
on his
13th and the 16th. Maybe
Tasmania. Oh, cold,
nice.
cold. See, when I grew up, we were being uneducated Americans. I thought it never snowed or anything like that in Tasmania. New
I don't know
Zealand.
nothing about Tasmania.
Nothing.
I went
It's
to
like,
immigration.
yeah, it's beautiful
doesn't
stuff.
get down
Skiing.
here
You
in the
ski there,
south.
yeah?
Hired a lawyer. Yeah, like I said, if you got the money, I would definitely do something like that. Mine, you go
It
in
was 5,000
between
pesos,
8
hire a
and 9
lawyer.
in the morning,
Here you go,
Yeah.
John.
and there's
There's
one
not really
person in there.
defined ski routes in Tassie, but there's plenty of snow.
Yeah, okay.
The going to mine,
I'm
there's
writing
no
that
one
down
in
for my Aussie Kiwi residency test. Honorary. Okay, check.
Storekeeper's saying do it in October so I can crash it. Yeah, everybody's welcome. I mean, I don't know if I'd come and want to crash something in particular. You might not get what you wanted.
I
But,
guarantee you
come and
there
have
will
fun.
be more than one meetup when Chuck's in town.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, he's going
They're
to
fun, man.
Spread it
They're
out.
fun stuff. You were saying hi. But it ought to be fun. It ought to be a good time. It
Yeah,
was
you know,
when
it never did.
When I was there.
Yeah, Ralph, that's how we were educated. Me. And the Tasmanian devil on the road running
Yeah,
everybody.
exactly.
Hey, it worked both ways. That's how come I know so much about American history. And you've got a problem with a coyote, and and a roadrunner. So
Yeah. You crazy rabbit or whatever.
But an anvil,
and
an anvil,
And anvils,
and
Acme explosives, and
Acme,
Acme.
yeah.
an
kids
Acme
were
walking
very
around with
easily-
shotguns too.
We were very
wonder there's
easily
such-
entertained when we were kids. I know I was. I could sit there and stare at that.
Holy
and just
shit!
laugh.
Really, Daniel? First full day in the land of smiles.
But
Yeah,
by the
cool.
way,
Well
literally.
done.
it's if you haven't noticed,
Awesome.
Mark,
Welcome.
it's fiddler crab season. If you
Welcome,
follow the
Daniel.
Bugs Bunny.
Fiddler what?
How long are you here
Fiddler
for?
crab season. I'm a
Fiddler
fiddler
Hopefully you
crab
get
crab.
season. Oh my
What you
God.
do, what you do with your crabs, Jake, is your business.
Yeah.
I know Mitch.
Yeah.
knows where I'm
Oh
coming
man.
from. It's fiddler
Hopefully
crab season.
you're
I'm a
Acme
here
fiddler
to
made
crab.
millions. They
retire.
sure did. That's funny.
Let me know how long you're going to be here, Daniel. Are you here to retire or are you just visiting? I think you're
See
visiting.
you, Les. Hope to catch up
See
with
ya,
you
Les.
next month, my friend.
Time to go visit. All right, thanks, Les. Thanks for coming by. Les is a
Daniel.
good
do-
one.
Yeah. Give us
And
a
all those
give us a
people that want to
breakdown
know
on.
information, check out
Yeah, how
Les's
long are you
channel
going to be
because
here?
he's got a lot of
And where
lot of
you're
info.
at, if you don't mind, of where you're going to be.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be cool. Let me get.
Because I know they just had
Leslie's,
one that was a big
I'm sure
success.
Jake's
Joe
on
had
it.
a meetup.
Jake's on it. Is Brock
Joe
in
had
the
a
house
meetup
too?
in the Wombat. What's that?
No, I
No,
haven't seen
I haven't
Brock.
seen Brock.
Okay.
What's 60 more days? Okay. And Traveler saying, look like we all had the same education. Yeah, I think so. It's that era. But it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
Watching. The worst part about it is I look back at it and going, man, I see these games that they have out now, and
Thanks,
we had
Chris.
what, Pong.
Yeah.
We had Pong is the only thing that I can remember, and now you were a big deal if you had Pong for your TV.
I make a joke
see.
about having an old black and white TV still in the States, still running, with Pong playing itself.
It's funny.
Dun, 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 dun.
Rains every day.
It's
here.
just a joke. It's duck season.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Dave,
remember-
I'm-
Oh, awesome.
Cozy Beach and built my
Cozy
home.
Beach.
Cozy Beach.
Okay, cool. Very nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hey, I'm
Hey,
going to
Joe
duck
says
out
it's
and go back
Texas.
into moderator mode. You guys carry on.
All right. Take it easy.
Look after
Jake.
those crabs,
Yeah,
Jake.
Jake.
Yeah, I will. I will. I've got some ointment.
We're all saying we'll be
Drinking-
in
I'm
Thailand in
drinking coffee
November
here.
for 3 weeks. Wife will be there for 7. So you'll be here in November. Cool. A lot of people going to come, I think. I think there's going to be a lot of people here. Pong, you know, it is. There are things you
Wow,
remember.
no kidding, traveler. Atari 64.
Hasn't
In the
Brock got
original.
like all the original old what were they? Commodore
So
computers
it's probably
and
worth
stuff?
money now.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Commodore. Now, the Commodores, Lionel Richie singing.
Let's
That
see.
was-
Dave, I said you can stay in my condo. It's free vacant. Thank you very much, Daniel. I appreciate
Right
that.
on, Daniel. Hello, my brother
Yeah.
Robert Macanasia.
Yeah, there he is.
Robert and I had met again yesterday for a quick
Did you?
coffee and little
I thought
tour around.
was he meet? Is he at the Wombat right now or no? Was he meeting somebody for breakfast? Or is that
I don't know. I'll let
Tom?
Robert say what's going on, what he's doing today, what his day is, if he wants to.
let's
But
see.
yeah, I did my immigration thing. It was quick, and my barber's not even open. He opens at about 10:30, I think. So another hour I have to wait.
There's Jam's back.
Hey, Jam.
Welcome back,
Jam.
Jam. Let's see, November
Joe.
airfare.
Hey,
lot
Joe.
less. I didn't check. If you want to, I'll check the air, even though they don't sponsor the channel. JetFly. Let's see what it says to LAX.
They don't sponsor it.
They don't
They
give me
might have
12
to.
cents.
They might
'cause
have
I'm
to.
really-
though.
I've been pressing them for 12 cents, saying that 12 cents isn't really a lot of money when you think about it.
Is that my
saw-
segue for the commercial that I'm supposed to do for that endorsement?
hang
for
No,
the
no,
channel?
but I saw
Well,
I watched Fa's live stream, and somebody had sent her one bot.
How can you even
One
do
bot.
that?
I don't know, but they said somebody asked in the chat said, "Can you buy anything for one bot?" And she said, "No." There it is.
I can weigh myself on a
600
scale and get depressed, knowing the
Yeah.
real
you guys-
the truth.
Can you guys see it or no? $686, Philippine
Hey, Chris.
airline, and that's to LAX and round trip.
Round trip, how
Under-
much?
647. And that, let's see how the flights are.
Yeah, the NordVPN.
This one's
Wow.
34 hours and 33 hours, 34 and 23 hours,
Oh, where's
20
the
hours
layover?
and
Dubai or
38
something?
hours. Yeah, that some of them are like you can find them usually right around 20, 21 hours
See,
each. So
what
you got
Ralph just
like a
said,
five
that
five
number
hour.
there, SeaTac to BKK, $1,000, 1,000 US.
Where is this?
It's been like that for 20 years. When I would fly, it'd
Same
be 600,
price?
800, 800, 900, 750, 800, 900, 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, 1,000. Boom. Right there's
That's
forever.
the
Now, this time
medium
around,
price.
I flew Singapore because I had to come into Phuket directly from another world. I couldn't land in Narita. I couldn't go to transfer in Bangkok. I had to land in country in Phuket for that sandbox thing.
Now this one,
NordVPN. Here we are. No, just
this
kidding.
this was from October 7th to October 28th, so pretty much for the whole month of October. And I think that's when I'm going to try to go. Well, I won't go that long, but probably 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, that's nice, Robert. 1 or 2 hour layover. I'd do Narita back in the day. Layover in from
If you did
SeaTac,
1 or 2 hour layover on that China
Narita,
Air that I used to
3
fly,
tops, and then
you'd never make the plane if they did that, if you flew through China like I did.
my Singapore
way.
Airlines ticket in August was $1,600,
No.
and there was only 8 of us on the frickin' flight.
Well, for me, the prices that I've booked tickets for obviously next month, August and September, and they've been the same price as what it was before COVID, around about that $500 to $600 or $700 Australian return on Thai Airways. So
700.
Well, Don's saying 9 hours, 20 minutes, Melbourne to Bangkok, 700 Aussie.
yeah. That's what I've just paid for the next 3 months worth. About the same, up and down a little
Jake's saying our trip, 17, 18,
Oh, wow,
90,
Jam.
850.
Let me give that some
from
thought.
25% more. What's that?
Jam's asking, well, you can put a question up about where to stay in Pattaya for a meetup, hotel, etc., etc.
bit. What about that hotel that Tom stays at whenever he's in town for more than?
That's the one I stayed at.
Yeah, when he gets
The
on
one
the
I
source.
stayed at. It was nice. It was a nice hotel.
That's
It was
only
close
just
It
to
is
down
the
the
nice,
road.
spot.
and it's
Yeah.
close to everything.
Yeah, Mitch
Beaches.
came over.
Beach
Can't
is
think
2
of the
minutes,
name of it.
2-minute walk.
I forget
What's
the name of it too.
Yeah.
I can look real quick.
I forget.
I
too.
can look because I can go on. I can go
That's a
on my
good one.
Amazon.
There's a bunch of them.
I can go on my Amazon app for you,
See you,
Jim.
John.
I'll tell you the.
And for a 10% discount, you mentioned Tom's name.
Let's see here.
Yeah, yeah. I've heard
Okay.
that
Past
somewhere. I
completed
think I just heard it
bookings.
this morning.
Yeah, I just said it.
Yeah, oh, that's where it's echoing.
Hey,
It's still
Jim,
bouncing around in my.
if you're there, it's the INN Residence Service Suites.
Yeah, I'll pull up the link because when I
Yeah.
looked it up once for a boat ride, it was kind of goofy.
And
Yeah,
don't
it's
forget, if in Buncham, go to MC Sports Bar, mention my name, and get a 10% increase on the price of your drink.
Increase? Good. I'm up for that. All right, let's see. What did I miss?
Yeah,
on
I will
before?
remember that. Hey, you guys were talking about another place down in your neck of the woods.
The Hideaway Resort.
Hideaway
Mansell-
Resort.
Craig Mansell's Hideaway Resort. It had a
Nice.
soft opening on the 9th and an official opening on the 10th. It looks spectacular. Tom and I have been there since, well, I had a good look at his switchboard and I've been there a couple of times to look at it. It is, I reckon it's 5-star. I reckon it's 5-star. But you guys check it out, mate, and look for yourself. But very, very reasonable. 300 Australian dollars for 10 days, my mates are paying. So,
Awesome. Yeah, we'll check that out.
Hideaway
there
Resort
is-
Buncham.
Here is the link for that hotel that their gentlemen are talking about on the screen.
Gator stuck it up before, but yeah. As I said, mention
Oh, he
my
had.
name for
Oh
a
man, I'm
10%
slow. I'm
increase
so
there
slow.
too.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Gator. Hey, that's okay. He actually put the name in front of it, so he gets the points for that one.
Yeah.
I put up.
Yeah, I went on
something
a
in the
live
private-
stream this morning.
Look
early
at that
this
private
morning.
chat. Look at the private chat I
Oh.
just sent you.
Okay, we'll do.
Okay, so where am I? What am I on here? What's the question?
I had heard that. I don't know if that. I don't know when, but I had heard that.
Yeah, today.
Oh, today.
Well, my phone is dying. Good night. All right, John. Take it
Yeah.
easy. About
Question.
1,000
Question, Mark.
Canadian.
Is that?
Yes.
Oh, that's different. A question for Mark.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that the resort that Tom's friend was building, or is
Yes.
that a
Yeah,
different?
yeah. No, same. So Tom introduced me to Craig, and
Right,
Craig.
right, right.
It's when we came to the Wombat. Craig,
So I met
Fabian,
Craig. I
Tom.
met Craig.
Yes.
Yeah. Great guy.
Yeah, great guy. We came with Fabian, who was I'm going to say Norwegian. That day we came and we had lunch at the Wombat.
That's
So,
right. That's right.
and I've had a fair bit to do with Craig ever since. And again, like someone was mentioned, the people that we meet on YouTube, and through Tom met Craig. Craig and I have become friends. We communicate online at least
Yeah, the
once or
Hideaway in
twice a week
Bonchon.
now.
Yeah,
So
cool.
yeah,
Cool.
What is this that Ralph's asking? Because I don't know. What is that?
Which
Claim
one?
baggage and what is Nartart? I can't even pronounce it. How do you
Narita.
say
That's
it?
no. If you're going to Bangkok, you just go and it just stays in the belly of the beast. You know they switch it
Never
down.
comes out of the plane. Okay.
storekeeper,
Enjoying having
you
your
are
I didn't
spoiled
finish
for
comments.
choice.
all of it. His wife was worried about something.
Tommy's saying, can't understand how come Chuck is paying so much. I don't know either. But the money that he said in his videos was astronomical to, I think it
when
was
you-
Texas, right, Tommy?
When you're booking your
I
own
didn't
private
understand either.
G9, when you're booking
goes
out
the
your own
east.
private Gulfstream G9, Dave, it's
Well, I
got
know.
to cost.
I know the
Yeah.
tickets to Los Angeles are cheaper because I think he had mentioned it on one of the live streams that he came on 2 or 3 live streams ago. But it was expensive, and Jake did put up that. That's the right one, I think.
Yeah.
Now, Tom,
Yeah, that's the right
no
one.
affiliation, but Tom reckons it's a great place, and if it's good enough for Tom, it's good enough for me.
I went
Well,
there.
Dave
I
stayed
spent
there.
3 days. I spent 3 days there.
Yeah,
It's acceptable, and it was like 1,000 baht, I think.
and
And that
right
You
includes
opposite-
stay right
breakfast.
above the Wombat too. I mean, it's
Yeah, it's
you know
real close.
you buy
And
enough
right
beer, they'll
opposite the
stuff you in a
beach.
corner up there.
Starkey was saying what? Got any recommendations on 2-bedroom, 2-bath condos? 1 year rental
Oh man, there's
at the
hundreds.
20. Yeah, there's a bunch
Nebulous.
of them. That's a lot
There's
of money.
So many, so many. Oh yeah, 20,000
Yeah.
puts you in a beautiful place, man. I mean,
Yeah.
with so many more options. When you start, 15, 12, 10, 8, then you're in.
What was that one? That one that you were in? That you never had a 2-bedroom, right? But that
No,
one
I had a
that you
one
were up
bedroom
on
at the
the.
Cetus. I've had a 2-bedroom before, but
How much was that Cetus one that was way up high?
that was 20,000.
Was it 20,000?
That was an Airbnb. That particular one, yeah.
Was it?
Yeah,
You know,
Mark,
I
I think you could
Kevin
find
stayed there as
going
well.
around there. You'll find something.
There's
no
so
problem
many
in
nice
that
ones.
price
The
range.
Sands has a bunch listed on. It all depends on where you want to be. If you want to be on the water, close
Look,
to the water.
if he wants a 3-bedroom house in Banchang, I'm willing to move the missus out for 20,000 baht.
If
There
he
you go.
pays
See,
good
that's the way to do it.
Her Thai friends here in Washington are giving her bad information. I've been trying to tell her that, and her Thai friends here in Washington were giving her bad. That's on the baggage. She's worried about the baggage, right?
So what?
Maybe-
I didn't catch the last part about the baggage. Being worried about the baggage. Yeah,
Let's see.
you don't get when you're landing. When I have landed in Narita, all I have is my carry-on. If I had anything checked,
Here's
just
here's
check
what he
yourself
originally
through.
asked.
no, exactly. That when you check your baggage at SeaTac or
It's
wherever,
good all the way.
and you're going to Bangkok and you're stopping a layover for a couple hours, whatever, it just goes right on through. It does not get pulled out.
Well, here, what
until
is Daniel
Thailand.
saying? I just flew through there. Now they transfer all luggage.
No,
Flew
they
through
transfer all
immigration
luggage.
Was a breeze. So yeah,
Yeah,
there
yeah.
you go. Of course, she's
Yeah.
probably not going to believe. Well, on YouTube they said it's okay, honey.
Yeah, we better put an official notification up. I don't know. Hey, Bruce, how you doing there, buddy?
Is there
Good to
Bruce?
see you in
There's
the chat
Bruce.
there. There was a big message blocking your
Sassy
name, and I just removed it.
Let's see.
I'm curious too about Chuck's plane fare. I remember him talking about it and being expensive and stuff, but I don't know what the parameters are on it. Maybe he had to be on a specific flight with, because other people were going to be on it, or I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it depends on what you want to do, Jim. I mean, you guys might want to spend,
Right on, Dan.
your first week in a high-rise overlooking
Actually, they
five-star,
charge you more if you know me, because
place.
they know there's going to be a party and things are going to get broken.
I don't know. You might want to just. I mean, might be super celebrating, so you might want to check in. But even the 5 stars and stuff, they were real reasonable. I think that who did a bunch of what was his name? What's his name? Lucas Rides for Kicks. He did a
Lucas?
bunch of stuff on the 5-star hotels and what they cost and all that kind of stuff. But depends on what you want to do. You might want to fly in and be, the life of luxury for the first week. I don't know, but that hotel was very acceptable. The bed was comfortable, air conditioner worked, nice hot shower. It was a nice room. I've got the actual review of it somewhere on one of
That's
my
funny.
cards that I never did. So maybe I should dig it out and show it to you. All right. So what is Ralph saying? She thought you had to collect it and recheck it. I never had to collect that.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think so. Not that
Definitely
I-
not.
No.
Not, a lot of people get things, confused or
Yeah.
lost in translation, maybe, or maybe something different happened to somebody else.
Somebody sounds like one of her friends had a problem with luggage. So
Couple of
I can
random-
see if you're on a
Lost
flight and you miss your next leg, and they say, "Oh, you're not going to make it," and they know you're not going to make it. They will take your. For me, personal experience, I check my bags at SeaTac, and then I go about my merry way. Well, maybe my bags, they shifted stuff around because this plane's going to be overweight, whatever, back in the day, right? So they ship it over here and they put it on this bird over here. And then it all converges and it goes, finally, if everything goes well, gets on the right plane on your connecting flight. But sometimes there's problems and you lose your baggage. So maybe they took the baggage off the plane, the airlines did, and said,
Right.
well, she's not going to make that flight because you're 2 hours behind for whatever reason, snow in Milwaukee or something. You follow me what I'm trying to say?
I do.
Yeah. So
I'm sure he does too.
And it could have been just that. I mean, who knows? I'm trying to post links, so
Absolutely.
I'm reading messages. My stuff's
Look,
lighting up. I'm like,
if you can't trust 3 random dudes on the internet, who can you trust?
yeah, who can you
yeah.
trust? Who can you trust?
Oh, let's see what's Chris saying.
Yeah, Wednesday's a good day to buy tickets. And back in the day, hey, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah, that's awesome. I was there maybe 5. I was actually chatting with Tommy J when I was going through immigration.
Hey, I've got
Now,
a
how
question-
far?
I've got a
How
question
far
for
is that?
Tom.
I heard that new hotel is like a 4 or 5-star hotel. How far is that from where for Jam to go? Or it wouldn't be in downtown, right? Be
No,
quite a
it is
ways
right.
from.
So the Hideaway is right in the middle of downtown. Downtown
Rayong.
Banchang. You can go. No, Banchang. You can go.
Oh, to fly.
right
Okay,
downtown.
okay, Chris. Yeah,
So they might wanna
a lot
check
of
into
times
that,
I've
too.
flown on Tuesdays and Thursdays too. They worked out pretty good. Wednesday works good for me.
Ralph Lewis, please have your wife call.
Wednesdays, the pilots
If you
are
have any
usually
questions
sober,
about the bags. Thanks, Jam.
right?
Uh,
Wednesday's a good
flying.
day to get a new car, that was built
Yeah.
on a Wednesday.
I have to fly on a Saturday and a Sunday, so I'm going to pay. I know I'm already paying a premium.
Have you ever
for that.
flown on New Year's Eve?
I have.
No.
I have.
On Christmas Day too.
Mm-hmm.
I've flown on Christmas Day before. To Costa
I'm like,
Rica,
I'm
actually.
like, can I shake the hand of the pilot? This is pre 9/11. You ask that now, and they throw you off the plane. in
Yeah.
cuffs.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly.
know.
Exactly.
Childhood
when's it-
memories of getting walked up to the front when I was a kid. When I flew when I was a kid, getting childhood memories, walking up and opening up the pilot's door. Oh, hello, little Marky. How are you?
Yeah. Hey,
you
check it
wanna-
out. Can I?
you
No,
want-
don't touch that. No, don't touch that.
Can I drive? No, you can't. I can drive a tractor. Well, you can't drive this.
I'm surprised
Oh,
that
the
I'm surprised that
innocence of the 80s,
Tom
man.
didn't do a video on his buddy's what is it called? The Hideaway?
The Hideaway
Hideaway.
Resort
Didn't
Bunch on.
I'm surprised he didn't.
Well, he has run the drone over the top during the construction phase.
Construction.
So,
Yeah, I remember that. I remember
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Well,
But
maybe
Craig's not in
he'll get
country at the
some.
moment. He's working offshore. He'll be back when I get back, about the same day, he reckons.
So here, can I just ramble on about something? Like
I have a
always.
mute. I have a mute button. I have
Okay,
a
yeah.
mute mic
I
button.
promised I won't swear.
Let me check it out. Let me make sure it works. Talk for a minute. Talk.
One of the many
anything.
reasons.
Okay, it works.
One of
Yeah,
the
go
many
ahead.
reasons I enjoy YouTube is exactly what's happening in the chat right now. You got Jam talking to Chris and people talking to each other about bags and exchanges and where can I go for this or that. Helping each other out. I mean, that's it right there.
Yeah, exactly. I
We
agree.
met through a common platform, and now we take it to the next step, and the next step, next steps. And pretty
Community,
soon,
my friend.
people are coming into town. Next thing you know, I'm sitting across from Mark, having a breakfast, or having lunch, or having a coffee, or a beer,
Or 2, or 3, or 4.
Ralph. What the heck's talking about Lucas making?
Where'd that come from?
I think he put out a new video overnight
Oh, did
about
he?
staying in a naturist resort. So
Oh, a nature.
Oh,
What's this? I sat in a jumpsuit.
could have been my
with
house
the
for all
pilot
I
from
know.
Melbourne to Tassie because the flight was overbooked.
yeah. I hope
pre
I
9/11. Yeah,
wasn't there
Yeah.
because sometimes when I drink,
Wow.
no, just kidding.
Yeah. Pre 9/11 on Don Sand. Sat in a jumpsuit next to the pilot from Melbourne.
That's cool, Don. That is cool.
is. Well, let's see.
Keeping it simple. Let's
Interesting
move on.
Conversation. Yeah,
Gary.
I know. That's another good thing about
Hey Gary,
the people on
And
this
I'm eating
channel.
a
on
fruit.
this channel.
I'm sucking on a fruit Mento. It's
Yeah,
yellow.
I didn't eat this morning.
I've got to tell you a little story about yesterday.
Please.
After my phone died because it was so cold it sucked the life out of the battery, I landed a 2.5 pound brown trout.
Ah, good for you. Aren't they gorgeous? At least they are in California. I don't know what.
Was
Yeah.
that one post you did? Was that a brown trout?
Yeah,
Or
that
was that
was
a
a brown
speck-
trout.
That was a
Yeah,
brown trout.
No, brown
Okay.
trout. So
Because the brown
little-
trouts I've seen were actually more brown.
Brown, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
And a
like
lot
in
of
Idaho when I was
speckles.
fishing there.
A lot of speckles of blue.
Yeah,
and,
but that was beautiful fish. I mean, I
Beautiful
said that in
fish.
the
Yeah.
on the post. Beautiful.
We are very much catch and release. So there's a little bit of a
Oh.
juk to the top of the head and back into the water he went.
All right.
But God,
That's the way it is. A lot of they run at a certain time of the year, like in the Owens Valley. They run they run up the streams, and you're allowed to fish for some of them, but most of the streams are barbless hooks and catch and release, which makes it awesome. It's kind of nice. The browns are gorgeous. What I only caught one, but up above that in the Owens Valley, up in the high mountains, they dropped thousands upon thousands of golden trout, this big, years and years ago, and you can catch goldens way up high. Another gorgeous fish, and cutthroats and rainbows, and a lot of natural, fish that are there. It's awesome. I used to enjoy it, and I haven't done one fishing here at all. What is that? Oh, a lure of some kind, right?
It's what we call a Tassie Devil, so Don would be familiar with those. But our rainbows have a little bit of pink down here. Mitch.
Yeah,
they're a bit more pink down there. They've got a pink streak down the side.
Our rainbows, a lot of them have pink
Check it
meat
out.
too. Hey Bob, how you doing? This is my buddy from Udon.
There's a lure.
How's it going,
There's a
Bob?
lure.
I'd put him in. I'd put him in at about a 2.5 to 3 pounder, Tom. I can never guesstimate.
I knew Joe. I knew. How did I know that was coming with the brown trout? I just knew it. I should have wrote that in the private. I should have put it in the
for
private
the
chat
upcoming
before I
girl.
said that.
Good for you. Good for you, Bob. I still don't know
Awesome,
what I'm going
Bob.
to do as far as that. I don't know
Buy
what I'm
some
going
potting
to do.
soil.
I can't do dirt. It's too dirty. I can't do it. and everything there at that show, all their
Depends
seedlings,
on what I'm doing. Tom.
everything was in dirt. Everything was in dirt. I did find one was in cocoa. Cocoa would be maybe kind of easy to train. I don't know if people are kind of familiar, but when you're in dirt and you're using fertilizer, you feed at a different pH. The pH is much lower for hydroponics than it is for dirt. Anyway,
Speaking
going
of
to
those,
the weed channel
your,
again.
your videos on the Buriram and the marijuana and stuff, I noticed some of those little starters, had a little bit too much. They were watered too much. A few of them.
Yeah, a lot of them. Yeah, a lot of them were. The one guy, you know what was weird too is that they
Oh man,
right out of the gate when
that's
I put
right.
those both
Free zone.
on the on the on the live stream and on the video, they gave me they not a strike or anything, but they automatically made it 18 and above. They said if you want to dispute this, you can dispute this, and I was, I'm going. I'm not showing naked pictures. I mean, it's not. It's a hemp. It's a legal plant, but I figured I don't care. You know, not a bunch of people are going to see it anyway. So, and most of them are 50, 60-year-old people anyway. So I didn't, but they immediately gave me, popped up on my, my Gmail and said, told me everything about it.
Thank you, Jim and Jam, for that.
What was that?
Jim
Mitch,
taught Jam
you
a
have
new
good
word. I have a good persona.
Persona. Thank you. Tongue
Yeah.
tied.
Yeah,
thank you
once
very
you meet
much.
them in person, Jam, all that'll go right out the window.
Oh, that'll go right out the door. You'll never see me again. I'll get that free beer and be gone.
Nah, Mitch is a good one, man. Everybody that you've seen when you meet them, the same thing, man. Same people. That's what's great about everybody.
Well, it's what
here.
you're having, what you see here, except it's a little more fun.
It is.
And you've
It's
got to
pretty
get
reserved.
get through security now. If you see him in person now, now that COVID's almost over, you've got to push your way through security to get close.
Yeah,
to
Moonwa, my wife
Yeah.
was the one.
I
My wife
ain't
was one
gonna
of the
beat
32
I gotta
million.
have my manager book it. It's
Yeah.
just terrible.
My wife was one of the 32 million, as that for the in the.
Well, that's
app.
awesome. I think that is good for the world. That product, that natural
I think
thing
so, too.
is.
Definitely. And like I said before, people asked me. A couple people had asked me the same thing. Why? What he did? Do I need? No, I don't need money. Obviously, I do this for fun and we have a good time and everything. But anything that I can do that will improve the quality of life for my entire Thai family. That means aunts and uncles that are in Ubon, stuff like that. If they could stop growing rice and I could teach them how to do a simple little area on one rye of their 30 rye, and they do 1/30th of the work that they would do with the rice, and they get 10 times the amount of money and profit off of it, that's what I want to do. So will I do anything that's going to put me in jeopardy to go to jail or anything? No, it ain't going to happen. But if I can do that, and because a lot of people, everybody thinks, oh, you just plant it and it's just a weed, it'll grow and you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, it's a little bit more entailed, but that's why, and that's that'll the rant on the weed channel, and I'll leave that go. What's Bruce say? I sat in the jump seat from Chile to Peru, Lima, back in the 80s. A friend of mine was a pilot. Landing in Lima was a blast. It's a valley. You come over the mountains and then descend. Yeah, it's like a drop, isn't it? Straight in, I think. Let's see. Watch how much you talk about YouTube. Not like.
Yeah, you come over the mountains and.
I put it up. The only thing that they restricted is they made it 18. They might do it on this one too, which is okay. Do I really need people under 18 watching it? I don't.
Actually, I do go down
more.
there. To answer Joe's actually kind of joke or whatever, but I'm actually down there 3 or 4 times a week, 6-1, because I own a number of establishments down there.
Where's
So there.
You can
Very
find
nice
them. So he's
establishments
6'1".
So
Off the
and
class.
there's
All right,
another
move on.
thing another thing you've heard is don't shit where you eat.
Take a.
I don't eat there.
Have a good day.
Maybe that
In
came
case
out
you
wrong.
don't know, you could subscribe to Moonwa's channel, and Moonwa is a
Oh, yeah,
teacher here in Thailand. So
Let me get that link up there. Jake, okay, ready?
was
1, 2,
joking.
3, go.
The class.
Bang.
I think I'm caught up. Was there? Did I miss any
I'm
questions?
going, I know you're joking, Joe.
Hydromic.
got-
Yeah,
your sense
it
of
is a little
humor
bit, Bob.
Is right in line with mine.
No, according to the show that I went to. But
Oh my God!
you
Somebody just
watch my
sent me the
video.
link. Oh no, that's a different link.
Oh no!
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, let me write that. Yes, I did see that.
What did you do that?
Someone was asking me about if I saw a. I'll ask here. Has anybody seen that that monitor lizard that they caught in a little water storage
Yeah,
area here in
saw it
Pattaya?
on Asia
Did I miss
Now
something?
or Tiger. I'm not
Tiger
sure.
or
It was
Asia
one-
Now or
Ti-
one of
yeah,
them.
Yeah, one of the
Yeah,
news.
yeah, yeah.
This is pretty freaky.
I
One
was
of
like, yeah, they're all calm about it. Getting the zip ties out and grabbing it by the tail on the top of the cage. And yeah, I've seen some big ones here. Big ones, like you see at Lumpini or out in the Tule Bingles. Yeah,
I thought that
up
was
in
weird.
Isan.
Right in the middle of Bangkok, that Lumpini Park, gigantic,
they're
huge.
huge there.
You know who
They're
did it
huge
was
there.
what was his? God, it's been so long. He hasn't put anything up. The older guy that we used to know, Rang Sant. He used to come on
Yeah,
all the
Rang
time.
San. Yeah.
He used to do videos from Lumpini and these big giant monitors. I mean, huge.
Hey, Alex is in
6
the
feet
house.
long, something like that.
Good
Is he-
morning, Alex. Team
Oh,
Patty,
Alex.
pound
Yeah, there
Team
he is.
Patty.
Hey, what's up, Alex? I know it must be up. You have to take the little woman to work or school. I'd say work.
Work, she
School, they
works.
might think she's really
Miley
young.
works. And Alex works too. I mean,
He's doing good with his
Alex,
channel.
busy
man.
guy.
He's not gonna.
I wish
He's knocking it
I
out
had
of the
that
park.
energy.
If you guys aren't subscribed to Alex Jiu-Jitsu.
And there we go. Gator got it up there.
Hey, Alex.
So in case the
Did
chat
Gator
went
get
by
it up
so
there?
quick, maybe you can see the one I posted.
Yeah, look at everybody's saying hi to Alex. But it does make this channel, like you were saying.
Another guy that's just
what
like
it's
you
all
see him
about.
on video in
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, definitely. And it's been that way with everybody that I've met. And it's only been the way that the people that I've actually seen on YouTube just one.
Holy smokes, really?
So it can't
Gary
be bad.
ordered himself a new Tesla.
Yeah, that was for me, I thought. You're going to
Ooh.
give that to me because you don't want to see me
Have you ever
drive
seen
a,
UFO? No kidding.
a hybrid. So he's going to ship it to me because he doesn't want to see me drive that
So
hybrid.
how long until it gets there, Gary? Because what I'm hearing in Melbourne here now, that's up to 6 months to a year. You got to wait for
Really?
a bloody Hilux.
Whoa.
Dave, look at that.
Okay.
You may be a
What's that?
psychic.
What's that?
Miley's working now, but she wants to go back to school soon. You must be a
Uh-oh.
psychic. Alex
It
said.
must be. Me,
Bangkok Pat,
as long
yeah.
as my suggestion would be, as long as she can make money going to school, God bless her. Let her go back.
Oh, that's wonderful.
No, I would say always try to get as much education as possible. I'm kidding.
You can never have too much. Whether
Let's
you
see.
choose to
ET saying
use
hi
it.
to him. Bangkok put a what? Lizard spotting along with the cat.
Could very well be, Bruce. Yeah.
What did he say? I support it. But the problem with it, everyone growing in the. Now you put out a little short video, that one that I've been talking about with the concrete rings
December.
and
That's not too
the
long.
barbed wired fence or the chain link fence and all
Not
that kind
too-
of stuff.
not too long
That's
to
going to
wait,
be a
Gary.
lot. But like I said, I don't know how they're going to keep it. They do make mold resistant strains, more mold resistant than the average strain. But here it's so high, man. If the buds are dense at all and they're big, you're going to have a problem with mold. But
Yeah,
we'll
it
see.
is, Chris.
Chris will
What's
ask
that?
Mitch and Tom. Now, someone said on the chat earlier, I think it was Gator Jake, is that Steve and Oi are finally starting some renovations on the place next door to double the size. Is that
2
the
weeks, I heard.
scuttlebutt, Mr. Mitch?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah, they've been
from
working on
now.
that for a while.
Yep.
They got the the bottom floor next door, which is the same footprint as what they have already. And then because the landlord says, "Oh, I don't want to lease out the other
Upstairs.
spaces," but now
Yeah.
I think that's coming to fruition, and that's gonna change for them. So they'll have the whole building next door.
So knock out parts of the wall. So it's obviously that probably can't
It's going to
knock
be
out the whole
conducive
wall, but
for.
cut in a few doorways, so to speak.
Yeah, the downstairs, the one that's directly on the ground on street level, will be up and running in 2 weeks or less.
2 weeks. Cool.
I heard that from Steve.
Gary's saying December, Mark. Did you see that?
Yeah. Oh, that's
Now, just so I can address Bob's this thing here. The only thing I would be careful of too, Bob, is as far as I know, as a foreigner, you can't grow anything. You can't grow it at all. So your wife can, but she's going to grow for you, for your neck, and which I've always said, it's from people that I talk to, they get the best. It's the best painkiller that they've used, short of synthetic morphine and stuff like that, and all the stuff. If someone can get relief, they ought to be able
That's
to
right,
use it as
Jake.
much as they want.
good on you.
But I think, I don't know, maybe you can if you get a permit to grow, because I don't know. You might want to check into it.
Yeah.
What?
One of the
What did Jake
meetups.
say?
One of the meetups we were talking about, just you were there, Dave, and stuff. We were saying,
Yeah.
hey, yeah, Gator Jake's going to be here soon. Jake's going to be here, and Steve heard that, and he said, "Oh shit, I better expand the business, make room because of the
Well,
yeah." So yeah,
Gator and his 76 subscribers all roll up at once.
Bob
Chaos.
corrected
yeah,
us.
but
Let me
that
correct
76, there may be 400 haters. You never know.
Pooh's gonna be growing it for me. Good.
Oh, I had an
better.
interesting experience there last night when I first pulled up. TT was to my right. Oi was in front of me. She's already doing a live stream. TT's looking at his phone, looking at some techie crap. And I grabbed my phone and logged into the Wombat and Kiwi Bar live stream. And this older gentleman, half in the bag, looks at me and says, "Turn that, F word, GD,
Off.
camera off." And I was like, "Dude, I'm watching a live stream. I'm not filming you." And it took me 5 minutes and then Steve another 10 minutes to calm the guy down.
Wow.
It's like, dude, because he's got some mental issues. Okay, Steve told me this after the fact. After the guy left,
So he's a
and
local.
add that with combine that with alcohol, and then it becomes an issue. So, but he or THC consumption too much. No, that's a joke. Anyway, he was talking about some past wives from the UK coming after him and shit. I mean, he wasn't even talking about the present. Like, oh, dude.
He's talking in the past. So
Yeah.
Jake said 400 haters. I'm laughing. So
Keep it up enough, you'll have 400 or more.
well,
Hey, I was
Joe's
on a
was a
live
big-
stream
was
this
a
morning
big
when I
hit.
couldn't sleep. Which,
and now with Chuck, you said you think there's going to be a couple more. I think they're going to be at least 1 or 2 a month. I'm guessing all the way through. I know that.
Right on,
Like I
Bob.
said, I
Yeah.
want to. Oh, I lost
So
you guys for a second.
whose live stream
Am
were
I
you
back?
on this morning?
I was on Capio's live stream this morning.
Oh, is he
I
still
was
about?
too.
Yeah.
I was too.
Yeah, I popped on and I debated it because I was in sleep mode, right? It was 2:30, 3 o'clock, whatever time here. And I thought, if I start, then I got to stay a little while and shit. So, but I said hi.
I did
and,
too. I saw you there.
Almost immediately, the shit started to fly. Oh, careful, Mr. Bitch in the house, Don't fart, you'll get blocked. And I was like, bite me. I actually said this to the guy, bite me.
Bite me.
And at that point, my spanner wasn't there because I'm a moderator on his channel, right? Because he sometimes clears house and then
Right.
when you come back in, he does it again. So 30 seconds later, I had a spanner.
know.
And they didn't stop. They a couple of guys were talking about our friend Chuck, but they didn't call him Chuck. They called him something else, and Mr. Bitch and stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, you guys have no clue who I am, what I'm about. And a bunch of people were coming in and saying, you guys got it all wrong, man. You guys are stupid. And
I missed all
No one
that.
got blocked. No one got deleted. Nothing.
I missed all that. Damn it. I
Yeah,
like
that
this
was
stuff.
about 15 minutes before you came in. But I did take a screenshot of it,
Did you?
of that first exchange.
make
Yeah,
it-
I went, oh, I got it.
You made a lot of friends. Maui, hello.
Maui, hello.
That grow in Black
Golf
Mountain
Course,
Golf Course, one of the
here
most
in
expensive golf courses here in Wahian, next to the clubhouse.
Really?
Did you see his little short that he did on that? I didn't
Hey,
realize it was
Craig.
by the golf course.
Craig's in the house by Gully
Where's Craig?
as well.
Ah, there he is. He must have been. Did you hurt yourself? You've been at the doctor's. You're late. He must have hurt himself this morning.
We need
He's
to
never
get.
going to live that down.
I'll tell you what, if you're into
Poor guy.
decent living and just doing stuff around the property and building things and stuff and having good conversations, man, you gotta go check out Craig's channel.
Definitely.
I mean,
A
seriously, gotta check out Craig's channel.
must. Too bad you didn't know about him when you were doing
Thanks,
your
Gator.
traveling around, Mitch. You could have went by and said hello. I'm sure.
Thank you,
were
Robert.
close.
I appreciate that.
I'm
And I
sure you were
posted your link
close.
earlier, but I'm gonna do it again because I'm on the ball. I'm racing Jake right now to post your link. Okay, we're ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not looking at my cheat sheet. I'm doing it the long way, long-handed way.
You met the
I'm
wrong
training.
person, Robert. Robert said you were a top-notch individual,
That was my clone. That was my body double.
and Uncle
Doesn't
Craig
say
said he was
doesn't
too.
say
he
much
was
about
too-
Robert though, does it? When he has comments like that,
Yeah,
so he
you
came
kinda gotta
down.
start
he hasn't
doubting
got
him.
very high standards, has he?
I was too high. He was too stoned.
Yeah, that's what Uncle says. So every other day when I do my live streams, don't get high in
Dude,
the
look at
morning.
Gator.
Get high
Bam.
during.
Right on. See that?
Would love to go to
And
Peru.
Gary, we got Gator. Did we get Gary's up there? I can't remember.
One reminds
Yeah.
me of a teacher I had in
Boy,
high school.
good-
I
good
guess he was a
thunderstorm
teacher, so
this
I think he
morning.
was a principal. I think, right? Didn't we ask you that before? I think I did, but with my Alzheimer's.
I had a laid back Mr. Cossey science teacher in junior high that Craig reminds me of. Yeah.
You know, it just dawned on me because I looked at Richard. Did you come in after Richard came on?
Who
You
what?
came after Richard came on, right?
Where?
Richard Travel.
Yeah, no,
Richard.
no. Richard had gone by the time Mitch came on.
Yeah, he came on and we transferred. He
Oh,
wants
here?
to do a new He wants to
but
do a
not-
new
not
intro and
talking,
outro.
Not talking.
A new intro and an
awesome.
outro for me. Yeah.
Typey.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty good. He wants to do an intro, a new one, if I let him, of course. I said.
I
So
will
probably
look
it's
at-
already there.
Thanks, Randy.
He's quick. He's quick on that stuff, so he's probably already got it done. I know.
Oh, Randy's not in
But
the
yeah,
chat.
I forgot. I didn't realize whether you were there or not. What is it saying? 15 teaching, 15 administrator. Cool. I watch Craig for the possible accidents. What not to do. Up and cup.
There you go, Tommy.
They're
There's
edible
the
size
lyrics.
already? The ones
I'm
you got are
surprised Jake
already
didn't
edible?
get that
Little
first.
help from my friend.
What happened? What did you miss? I got bugs climbing.
Oh, that's
on my-
pretty cool, Robert. High school principal was a ref in the NFL.
Wow.
Wow.
My print teacher was a drill sergeant. Told me that wasn't fun. 7th grade. Let's see. I get high with a little help from my. That was Tommy. That was ours when I was in 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th. No. What grade do
Not
you
a how
junior
to
high?
channel. It's just, I'm
What
doing
gr-
this channel.
What was what grade were you in junior high? You were up until 7th grade, Mitch, or no? Anyway,
Seventh, eighth, and
wanted-
ninth grade was junior high in Washington State.
our
back then. I don't know
motto
what
we
it is
put
now.
in was, I get high with a little help from my friends, and they wouldn't let us do it. They told us no, this was way back. And they made we get by with a little help from our friends.
Yeah,
was
even though
what it
the
ended up.
teachers and shit were doing it
Oh, they were hard
in
to
the
cut.
freaking coffee break room.
They're buying weed from me.
Yeah, exactly.
I told you guys what?
Yeah, if we
I'm
could
not a
condone that, the
how-to
parents might catch on. Thanks, Gator. I appreciate
Uh,
that.
I really appreciate Uncle's sense of
The
humor.
lady English teacher, she was a real Karen.
How
I
much it
had a
would
language
cost
arts
for a
teacher
dime
that
bag.
I
You know, I
cannot
don't
talk
even
about.
know. Does anybody have a clue on what weed an ounce costs in Thailand? I mean, it's illegal, but I was just curious of decent smoke, something in the 25% range.
Probably no one in Thailand's going to admit to knowing that.
Right on, Ralph. Have a great day. Stay
I heard
safe.
from a friend. A
Ah,
friend told me.
yeah.
They probably know what a gram costs. Maybe an ounce is way out of line. 8,000 baht for a 0.02% THC 6 week into flower plant was just, I thought it was way out of line.
Oh,
I
there
have to
Randy
catch
is
the
in the
rest of
house.
the
There you
replay.
go.
All right, Randy. Take it easy,
Hey,
brother.
Randy.
Have a good day. Hey, Randy.
Thanks for that.
Your ears,
Thanks for that
your ears
video.
must have
I'll
been burning, Randy.
watch
Yeah,
it
I
later.
saw you send me a video, too. I haven't looked at it.
Wow. First school to have a metal detector. Holy smokes.
Metal detector?
Boy, times have changed, huh?
Yeah, no shit. I don't think it's such a bad idea.
I mean, well,
That's
when
a-
I was in high school, I literally had a rifle in the back window of the truck.
Back window?
And
Yeah, a lot of people.
and my hog leg underneath the seat.
We didn't really have too many of them in
It's
our
just
school. There
because
wasn't
we
too many
blinked,
hicks.
we went shooting a lot. It was just the way it was. And just
We
outside
had
of
a lot of
Seattle, I mean, we're
cowboys.
not talking like out in the
Right.
middle of nowhere.
Yeah, we had
No problem.
We
No
had
one-
the Cowboys usually.
I
did.
had firearms in the back of my car in the 1980s before the world went effing crazy.
Oh, pretty cool.
I did
Gary.
always when I was driving
Yeah.
around after I got out of high school. What did it say?
Look forward to it, Gary. God, there is a lot of Teslas on the road here in Melbourne that I've noticed since I've been back.
Oh, I changed my little thing up here. Instead of saying buy me a coffee, it says
Buy me a
buy me a
Tesla.
Tesla. So if you want to press that, Gary,
Oh, there you
can,
go.
you can go ahead and do
There you
that.
go.
It was a Ferrari, but now you've at least got me looking at the all electric stuff. I am very happy with my car. Still, it's awesome. Mitch didn't get a chance to drive in it. I should have told him, why don't we just go somewhere instead of saying I was going to go to Sarin. For some reason, Sarin has the devil. He thinks the devil when he hears.
Jeez, it never stops.
Never going to stop till you get
See
it.
you, Alex. Have a great day.
Thanks for stopping by, Alex. Really appreciate it.
Yeah. Wow, there was a bunch of live streams last night too. Fa was live. James was live. James
Yeah,
New, Chocolate
I
Man
saw
live.
both
Hey,
of them.
live.
Has James got a new channel
Yeah.
for,
Yeah,
for his
Chocolate Man
live?
Chocolate Man in
Thailand
Thailand
Live.
live.
Oh, okay.
So it's just
Okay.
kind of just off the cuff live stream, no whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
My other channel's doing really well. Pootie Pie.
Yeah.
It's doing okay.
I like it. I like it. It's off the wall. It's
Yeah.
if you've
You
got
don't
any
even
morals,
recognize me with all them filters.
if you've got any morals at all, don't
Yeah.
watch it. You have to be. Yeah, leave. That's enough said.
Highland Cafe sells buds at 500 grams.
Up to 950
that's
grams.
not-
So that's almost a
don't
kilo,
know
right?
how that- oh, okay.
1,000 grams would be a kilo. 14,000 baht for an ounce.
Yeah,
And
500
the
grams
stuff is
is
0.02. So it's not real weed. Well,
roughly 50 grams
good for
over
you.
a pound. There's 454 grams in a pound, Dave. Come on, you know this stuff.
I know. What did I say?
28 grams in
1,000?
an ounce.
32
Yeah,
ounces
20.
to a pound.
So we
It's a
got. So what did it say?
kryptonite.
The stuff is the 0.02. Don't know how the O2 faded from the inflammation. 14,000 baht. So how much is that money? 10,000 is like 330.
Calculator's too far from me.
I know. I can't. I got it on here. God, they must make. See, it seems expensive to me for something unless they can take that and make something out of it. The creams and see now, my wife told me, and the guy told us there. She explains it. You have to listen for it in the video. They don't care what percentage THC you're growing. But if you make it into any kind of a sellable product, like a cream, a coffee, a this, a that, whatever it is, it has to meet the 0.02%. So that would mean me. I mean, you'd want to grow. You want to grow. If you were doing that, you would want to grow the most potent THC level you could, because out of 1 ounce, at the more potent it is, the more cream you're going to get, the more, edibles or whatever you got. So it's going to be interesting. But thanks for that info. At least that gives me an idea of what they
Where we
what they
at?
sell for. I was just curious.
What did I say, Chris? I forgot. I said blind
What did I say?
image. I'm not sure. What did I say?
Your other YouTube channel, I'm guessing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, 20,
Yeah.
28.6 ounces is so an ounce. 28.6 ounces, 16 ounces to a pound. So is that a kilo? 28.6?
What is it, 32 grams to an ounce?
Yeah. So I'm going to say 14,000 for a kilo at 500 baht a gram. I don't know. You lost me. 500 to 950 baht per gram. Okay. So wow, a gram of that two. So it could be 1,000. It could be $30 a gram of 0.02. Wow. Let's see. We're back on the weed channel, and we're getting more people coming in.
Getting the weed,
So
yeah.
we start talking about weed,
up.
and they go up.
Oh.
Dave's not here, man. Dave's not here, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's Saturday Night Live. Had a lot of fun when I was a kid. Like I said,
I had a lot of friends
haven't
grow.
done-
I had one spend 15 years in prison for growing. Had a container, 2 containers underground in Washington State, growing marijuana.
Yeah, the bummer,
And,
man, doing that kind of time for a freaking weed.
He got out of prison, and like 3 or 4 years later, that it was legalized in the state.
Yeah. That sucked doing 15 years for something they legalized. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's rough.
Let's
Especially for
see,
something
Craig
that's really, I don't know. I don't want to get too political about
He
it.
says, Craig seems to know a hell of a lot about this, and he does it on farmland.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he seems pretty mellow too, doesn't he?
yeah, he does, real mellow. JR is retired in Thailand. Big
Really?
C sells
It's how big
0.2
he sells it.
packs very cheap. I
Congratulations,
didn't know that.
JR.
Well, because I did see some of the places, they hang it on. Chuck videoed it. It's leaf, stem, roots, all that kind of stuff. And it was, I think, fairly cheap in that form. But it wasn't, I don't think it, does it make a difference in bud form if it's still 0.02? I don't see how it does. Let's see. I don't know. You got me. I think I'm caught up with everything. It took me a while to decipher Craig's interpretation, but 500 baht a gram, so $15 a gram. Okay, that's it. I'm caught up, and it's only been 2 hours and 44 minutes, and there's 33 people in the chat, but I don't know how many thumbs up. Haha. 28.3 grams is an ounce.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know that. I don't know how many ounces there are in a pound either. People always ask me that when I was
16
when I
ounces
was
in a pound,
in the
Dave.
business of doing that kind of stuff. They would ask me, well, can you sell me an ounce? How much is it? I said, I don't know. A pound's $4,000. I didn't know any other figures except for that because I sold to dispensaries. So I didn't have a clue. The guys did because they would say, hey, we want to take this and that, and they'd give me, and then they'd go and do whatever they did. But I never wanted to be involved on that side of it. Store team, Thailand
You
was.
can forgive me,
already-
Uncle Craig, for not knowing, because I was educated in the 20th century where we used the metric system.
Yeah, they would. Most people would have said
like
28
the
grams.
like the rest
But
of the world.
the 28.3
There you go.
is
Cheech and
quite
Chong and
precise.
Easy Rider. That's true. That's good. That's true too.
Thailand wasn't already popular with backpackers because of the point two.
Yeah, no
Now
kidding, Andy. That's funny.
they're going to be extremely happy with them when they decriminalize it. They'll be over here. Let's see, a pound at 14K an ounce would be at least
There you go, Dave.
224 for 1 pound. Hence, grow your own. Yeah, no
Yeah,
kidding.
grow your own.
I can see that too. But that was the way it was. Like I said, that was the biggest problem that I had when I shut down everything I was doing 7 years ago before my wife got sick. And the biggest thing that pissed me off is that they went from 4,000 a pound to 2,000 a pound, which was no big deal for me, but it was. They were still selling it to the end user at the same for eighths, grams, ounces, half ounces, quarter ounces. They still sold at the same price, and I got in a couple of disputes, and they weren't just minor disputes. They were heated because I didn't think it was fair. I didn't think it was right, especially for somebody that's dying of cancer. Got to come in and pay some inflated. And like I told you, I always gave the dispensary a bunch of extra to give to people that were terminal. Let's see. That was the Easy Rider. I missed that one. The Cheech and Chong. What's Randy saying? If my wife hears about us talking weed, she's going to jump on the channel. So much for peace. Okay, we'll have to stop off that. Already saw
Tommy,
that one.
I don't
Metric.
know. Can't help you there, my friend. The rest of the
I think
world uses metric.
Joe, you can buy the .02 bags of just leaf and stuff like that pretty much all over Thailand, in any market type place, or most, I shouldn't say any. The bigger cities, although Chuck, I think, was in Tat Phnom when he was showing the one, so I think it's all over. So what do we want to do? We want to go. God, there's still like 30 people here. Here, I'll hit the one or two. It's been
We could just
2
talk about
hours
something else too. Don't worry about going anywhere. Got nothing better to do. Or do you?
Very true. No, today I've got
to iron all my shirts.
I've got to go get koi food. My
Yeah,
koi
laundry's done.
My koi are out of food and extremely hungry and agitated.
Passport's done.
They want food. Jake
Yes,
says,
Jake, we are still
about
part
winning
of the
some
Commonwealth. God
The
save
stone.
the Queen and all
That's
who
true.
sail in there.
Stones.
The Wonder Years that's an old show.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of shows like that during the, what was it, 80s? I don't even know.
Australia's a lot more progressive than the UK, mate.
Whoa, excuse me. I'm
We'll
yawning.
have miles an hour.
But I do have to go and get koi food. I told my wife I would do that today. I have to be productive somehow.
88 to
take the
93,
Forza.
the Wonder Years.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I was going to say the 80s.
Google.
We talk in
The
kilometres
almighty
per
Goog-
hour because it's
the almighty
faster.
Googles. I'm not
That's
kidding.
right. Kilometers per hour.
Mm.
I was
That's-
doing 200, man.
How fast's that? 35 miles an hour.
I like that to see my blue water. Holiday today for the
Yep,
Queen's
it is
birthday
holiday
in
today.
Aussie. Yeah,
Yeah,
That's why Mark's
the
here.
Queen Priscilla of the
Mark would
desert.
have been.
That's why
Mark
I'm
would have
here.
been working. Yeah, he would have been
I
working.
would have been nose to the grindstone, and it's a hell of a big grindstone.
I love edibles just to use while I'm meditating. Yeah, like I said before, I mean, we grew up with smoking it, and I think it's the worst possible way you could. You need to ingest it. Definite edibles is the way to go. And whatever, if you want to make a tea, teas you can't make too easy, but you make butter out of THC, and you can make brownies and cookies, and you make whatever you want.
Oh, really?
When growing under the .02 rule, you're supposed to cut the tops off, and you could deliver them to the local hospital.
Be right
The cannabis window. Buds always have the more THC no matter what the strain. Now, I had heard that you could go and get a permit and I don't know, maybe you know, Craig, you might have checked it out. I've never checked it out. The government, you could get a permit to grow high THC, but bring it to the hospitals and turn it in, and I guess you get paid for it. Because I think that they make oil for medical stuff has high THC levels. I don't know. I've never bought any THC oil, but I imagine the stuff that you would get from a doctor, deal, and prescription from the hospital would be high in THC. I could be wrong, but if they're giving it to you for medical pain, what is this .02 going to do? Not going to do much for pain. I wouldn't think. I don't know, but maybe you know. Our markets this past weekend were loaded with plants for sale. That place I was at, everything was for sale, but I want to say some of the little ones, 100 to 300 baht, so $3 to $10 each for them. But I don't know. I got to check into it. I'd like to be able to do something and give my family something to do to where they could better themselves, make a better living, a better quality of life here in Thailand. Why not? I might as well teach them how to do it before I die. Willie Nelson, stop smoking, only dead. Yeah, I mean, I think it was smart to do. Willie's been into that stuff for years and years and years. Obviously, not new news, but I don't know. We'll see. But if you know, I could have swore you could get some kind of a permit to grow for taking it to the hospital. But what you were saying there, it sounds like they're only taking the .02 and they're not taking the buds. So what do? They take the buds with the THC and they keep it at home, make butter? I don't know. I'm kind of curious on what a bud would be if they're getting .02 out of a leaf, and I'm imagining it's the big leaves. I mean, the stuff that I cut off or we trimmed off of bud would get a dinosaur higher than a kite. So I don't know, loaded full of trichomes. Same as that close cutting and trimming on buds. The stuff was so sticky. Trimming would
Right on,
knock you
Craig.
out. What do you say?
Sounds pretty fun, actually.
What did I miss?
Private charter with Willie Nelson and such. Yeah, that sounds fun.
I took a private charter from Fresno.
On the road
That's why
again?
I live right above
On the
Fresno.
road again?
Man,
Oh,
they
Willie's
smoke
son
pot.
sings just like him too, man. Have you heard him sing? Willie, I don't know. Is it Willie Jr.? I don't know his name anyway.
Little Willie?
Yeah, little Willie. I got a little Willie.
I don't know what we do. But I'm just kind of curious. It's going to be interesting to see how it all turns out. I know we got back on the weed subject. I think I'm going to have to start another channel. My wife wants me to. I try to think about things to talk out on here. I don't know what the hell I'd do with two channels. My prescription for my accident was for CBD oil. That's from the good stuff. But just not real low in THC? Or completely no THC? I'm imagining
Morning,
no
Verna.
THC. Hey, Verna, how you doing? Good morning to you.
Verna, hello.
I've been with
Tommy
Willie's
J's
Ranch
been to
several
Willie's
times.
Ranch.
Yeah, see, now, I've been to no, I haven't been there, but Spawn Ranch was right above where I grew up. All the friends that were 1 or 2 years older than me used to go up there and party with Manson all the time. A lot of LSD, a lot of mushrooms, a lot of weed, a lot of alcohol, a lot of women. I think he was a little crazy, though. Let's see. Register on.
Yeah, I heard
the
tell that guy was a little
grow
goofy.
the plants. Grow plants and get started. My wife's already registered. They asked her how many, and she's put 15. And the plants that I drew up was 16. So hey, Joe, thank you. Joe's the man. But it was, in order to do even if it's a 2-month grow, okay, the indica that I would grow would be an 8-week flower time. So I'd have 2 in an outside deal, 2 trays, 8 and 8 plants on each side, which means in the vegetation, you got to have 20, because you might lose one, 20 plants already rooted starting to grow for that 2 months at the end. You know, he could probably grow them up ready to go in 3 weeks. But anyway, and then you'd have to have all your cuts getting ready to root in your covered, high humidity little, you know, seedling tray. So in reality, in the United States, they only counted flowering plants supposedly. No one ever took the chance. But so in that case, if she said it, if you could get trouble, but what people were saying, you could grow as many as you wanted to at home. So I don't know, but that would be 16, 16, and 16 at the minimum. It would be 20, 40, 60 of them. So I don't know. I'd have to find out. I will definitely. Don saying, I thought CBD oil had no THC. When they separate it, it shouldn't. It shouldn't have any. Shouldn't have any. You can make it straight THC, or you could separate it, depending on. They use CO2, I think.
Yeah, she is very positive, Tommy. Verna is a very positive lady.
Thank you for dropping by me.
I'm learning a lot today, Dave. I'm learning a lot.
You want to come to the Weed Channel? The Weed Channel on every Tuesday at 3 o'clock. Just got home from school. General Assembly. Seems like a sweetheart. These gals, these Filipina gals from Bobby's station, and we're trying to build community to everybody, are very loyal. They participate. They come on here. I try to go on her channel. I know Mitch does too. Everybody does. And if you ever get a chance on 7 o'clock Thai time on Bobby's channel doing his live stream, you'll get. And they sing. They have a good time. But try Verna's channel too. They sing all the time. Lovely lady.
I only know one word in Philippine language, and that's anak.
Enough?
Anak.
Is that a dirty
What does
word?
that mean?
It means my child, I think. Werner, did I say that correctly? My child, anak.
Hey, Grace, how you doing? What's up? Logan.
Going
Caught the end of
Grace,
the
hello.
live stream on my lunch break. Cool, I'm glad you can make it, man. I don't know, we'll find out a lot about it. Like I said, if in fact it does go into something and it's not something that everybody wants to hear about all the time, I might do one stream or one, I'll do a lot of videos because I like the video on the actual how to grow it hydroponically, the what I end up using for fertilizer and organic bug spray, which would be neem oil, all that. I'll probably will start another deal just in case somebody else in Thailand wants to do that. Everybody's saying
Is Indonesian
Don't
as well.
say daughter.
Oh, thank you, ET. So it's the same in Indonesian as in the Philippines.
What does it mean? What did I miss?
My
Daughter?
child. My child.
My child. Yes, Aka's child. Okay.
I don't think Bobby's in the chat. I just said hi. I just put his link up there because Dave was talking about it.
Might be it. Somebody else had said, I don't know, there was a bunch of
Dave.
them. I think Jake had come up with a name too. Dave's, I like that. Gotta love 420. Yeah,
Kind of a nice.
we can do that.
Same in
as
Malaysia too.
Wow. God, I could learn one word in a bunch of different languages.
Good job.
Yeah, I like positivity. You're absolutely right, Randy. Dr. Bud, that's right. That's what Jake had said.
Doctor Bud. Doctor.
A lot of people, like I said, man, have you ever seen, now Mitch has went to Dow's mother and father's place or their family place and watched what people go through that grow rice and sell rice and everything they do to, and he's seen what they have. And if you haven't seen Chuck's video when they were there, and they build and whatever they do everything that they have to do, and it's ball busting, everything that they have to do that. So if they could do something on a smaller area, more at ease, why not teach them how to do it? That's my theory anyway.
I'm gonna look something up here while we're talking. Okay.
Gotta love 420 with Dave, a.k.a.
Dr. Bud.
You guys are funny.
Rice cost breakdown.
Yeah,
Have
they don't make much
similar
money.
meanings, but not all. Yeah. I mean, we were talking about it earlier, ET, about the same one word in Thai, such as, for an example, "my" has 5 different meanings. So, yeah.
Hey, Dip Media, glad to see you. Let's see what Vern said. Thank you, Randy. I don't want negative any trouble on my channel. Only one ever. Yeah, exactly, Verna. That's the
Well, you're at the right
positive
place
good
to collect a lot of friends.
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, yeah. Especially it helps that you're pretty and very beautiful woman. So that'll help. Let's see, Uncle Craig says 2 main plant versions here. One is hemp, same fat traditional cannabis, 0.02 discussion. The other are sativas, which are grown and was illegal but now being sold.
So,
Yeah, and the sativas that I saw, I don't like growing sativas. They take too long. So you got to remember, I don't partake, so everything to me is what can I do to the bottom dollar, I guess, there. So a 60-40 indica is probably where White Widow is where I started years and years and years ago. Got out of Amsterdam, but the stuff, the Gorilla Glue is what I'd probably would grow here. I've been checking into the seed
Crazy
banks and
name.
stuff, and it's 25 plus, and there's 600 grams per square meter is what it produces.
Absolutely,
and
Verna.
it's a 60-40.
I'm not there yet, Werner. I've got more haters than friends, but, it's
Rather
getting
want to
there.
be more friends
I've
than
collected a
haters,
few on YouTube.
But
I
hey,
got a couple that really
people
like
need
me.
someone to hate. I got broad shoulders.
Yeah, me too. They can keep coming. I got no problem.
A
Just stay
hater
away
is
from
just
other
someone who hasn't got to love me yet.
people. Wow,
Probably
3
someone
hours
that hasn't
and 2
met
minutes. I'm going to. Let's see.
He's a
No, a
hater.
hater is someone who's actually met me.
The ones that they had too, just to let you know too, they had both. The ones that I saw that they wanted the 8,000 baht was I didn't ask them, but it was definitely a higher indica, probably 60-40, and that was the one that was supposed to be the .02, and that's what you're saying. The sativas, it looked like the stuff that wasn't flowered yet at the other end that I said was, what did I say that was 4,000 baht was a sativa, and some of them like the most that I heard them talk was 14%. One guy said this plant here is 14% THC. And Verna subbed to Logan's. Good, cool. That's what it's all about. If you guys aren't subscribed to Verna's channel, please, by all means, you'll have fun. You can catch some of her live streams. They'll be singing. They have a good time. By all means, I have. Let's see. I think I'm caught up. No one asked any other questions, did they? I'm going to say, did you go to the movies yet, Mitch? Did you go see the new Jurassic
not.
Park?
I have
I
not.
wanna go.
I haven't been to a movie theater in
I'll probably go next
I don't know
weekend.
how long.
I can't go till next weekend because I think, see, now in Bangkok, you could probably go any time of day. They're showing Jurassic Park 37 times, all in Thai. There's one English version, and it's at like 4:30 p.m. or something. So I might try to go next weekend. Did James go? I know he likes to go to the movies. I think he saw Top Gun and what was the other one? No, the
Doctor Strange.
Doctor
I think you
Strange.
saw.
I have no inclination
Last
to go see Top Gun.
last
No.
I saw
No,
at
I
the theater was
I do.
Finding Nemo with my kids.
Finding Nemo. I like
No,
that movie. I would watch it again.
I can't. I have
I
no
just-
idea what I saw last.
I know
I saw a
exactly
Batman
what I saw
movie.
last.
In Pattaya back in the early 2000s. I forget when. Remember
I
that?
just saw the one of the Harry Potter spin-offs, second one that they've done, Stranger Things or something, that was in the theater a month ago when the kids were here. We all went and seen that. We go quite a bit. They have the reclining bucket seats in the back, and you don't have to sit right next to anybody, and it's pretty much wide open now. But I'll probably go next time.
I
And
think
I'll
the
do it.
last movie
I
I
love
saw in a cinema was 1917. Not the year, it was the name of the movie, 1917.
1917.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that must have been, no, it wouldn't have been
Thanks, Joe.
during lockdown. Everything was closed. So it must have been, well, before I moved to Thailand. So, and before COVID. So what's that? 2018,
James
2019.
Bond. James, I like the Jurassic Park movies, and I like
Oh,
the Harry Potter movies. So, and like Doctor Strange and that type of
got
stuff
it
I
right
like.
here, Tommy.
Side Trip Life, how you doing? Somebody had said that, and I still haven't went back and looked at it. That you gave us an awful nice shout out in your last video. I think it was Nikki that said that. So thank you very
Cheers,
much.
Don.
I will. I only watched part of it. I haven't had a chance to watch the
Side
whole
Trip
thing.
Life,
But
hello.
thank you
Sorry,
very
I was
much
reading something on another
for
page.
doing that. Gotta go, Donna's. Gotta go somewhere. All right, take it easy, Don.
Go wash that
Hey,
truck.
Dave, tell
See you,
us
Don.
about the hybrid infused strain. Yeah, we could get in. I will do that if I get into it. I will do some kind of breeding and stuff of the strains. They're doing it here, so we'll see. But yeah, again, thank you very much. I appreciate the shout out. Nikki,
Now
she's on
show
top
me.
of everything. I just watched Top Gun. I couldn't say best seen on IMAX. Wait a couple of weeks. Okay.
Oh,
I guess
okay,
I'm gonna have to
okay.
go. They have IMAX? Where's Chris? Chris is the IMAX guru. Do they have IMAX in Pattaya or
No
Bangkok
subtitles.
or both?
I don't
They
think
probably
in
have them
Pattaya.
both there. We don't have it here, so I'm kind of screwed. But I just don't have an inclination to go and see
Kid
Top
Media's in the
Gun.
house. Hello.
Maybe I will if it comes. I don't know. Hi, Joe Mitch and all is in. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't have a. I don't know. Maybe I will when it comes. Well, maybe I don't know if it's in this theater or not. I'll have to look. It has to be. I guess I'll have to go. But it's not cheap going to the movies either. It's like going to the States. Cost me $40-50. I think take
Really?
the kids, everybody. I just
Oh,
saw the news
okay.
cut. Pretty entertaining. The last movie I saw before that was Drive My Car, an interesting movie about
Drive
3
My
hours
Car.
long. I'd never even heard of that.
Wow.
Andy. I will probably go and see. When
Really?
I first watched
69
YouTube, I would get
on
pissed
Netflix.
that
I'm
the
gonna look that
trolls
up.
talk smack, and I want to channel host to kick their asses, and I would send them a message. Then I realized I was just feeding the machine. That's pretty much what everybody tells me. I get off on tangents. Now I don't really care anymore. They can do and say whatever they want. It doesn't really matter. But it is true. If you leave them alone, they don't have anything to bitch about. They want you to indulge them in some transverse stuff. We're going tomorrow. Jurassic Park. Cool.
Right on.
Let me know what it's like. By the way, Thai movie on Netflix with English subtitles. That's the name of the movie?
Yeah, 69.
I'll have to check
Cool
that out.
play on how they did that with the
Yeah, no kidding. I'll
alphanumeric
definitely check that out. I saw a couple of good ones. They were like love stories type things, but I watched them by accident and they were Australian. One of them was about a wine thing. It was actually pretty good. It was like an after school type movie, but it was entertaining. And Chris is saying indigo has shorter, fatter. Yeah, exactly. Especially if it's for pain killing.
Really?
But sativas have more on the. They always said when I was a kid, the indicas would put you to sleep. The sativa would get you up and moving around. But
Huh.
I never was into sativas. Movie about a Thai girl wishes she had $1 million baht. My wife wishes she had $1 million baht. So
Yeah, that's a-
maybe she knows.
Common storyline there. Jurassic Park. That's cool.
I'll have to definitely go. Was made in the USA would be a massive cult hit. Cool, I'll check it out definitely.
Is that on a Thai VPN or a what? Because I just looked it up.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
on a-
true.
Oh, Brock's
Right
in
now.
the house.
Hello, Brock.
Yeah, that would be an interesting.
All right, Brock's
Yeah,
here
that-
now, Dave. We can end the stream.
Yeah. See you later, Brock. But let's see, damn you. Yeah, I know, no kidding, right? What is it? 3
Best
hours and 10
Australian
minutes.
movie. Oh God. The original Mad
Netflix.
Max, that gets up there.
Yeah, but it's easy enough to change back and forth. I mean, to go from USA to, if you pop it up and it doesn't.
Best
Yeah, I
TV,
think
Australian TV
maybe
series, Skippy, the Bush Kangaroo. If you haven't checked it
all
out,
my,
check that out.
Chris, all my stuff was indoor. I had 9 foot ceilings, but I never would. I had one that I grew for one person in particular, and I usually just topped the living hell out of it and
Kangaroo
kept it
Jack.
down shorter. But it was easier to work on, get to the plant. I just liked the heavy indicas better. Netflix, hey there, Bronk. Smart ass.
To know me is
But it
to love
wasn't
me.
those one movies that I watched that were Australian, and I think were they both Australian? I don't know, but it was pretty good. I enjoyed watching it. Looking forward to the upcoming documentary called Randy E. Goes to Thailand for the first time. Yeah, come on over, brother. We'll have some fun. You won't get in any trouble with me anyway. You might get in trouble with
I'm not
Mitch
seeing it.
if you hang out with Mitch, but you
Trouble
won't
is
get any
on
trouble
both,
hanging out with
Jake.
me.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I gotta go. Thanks for letting me share the screen
Yeah, I
with you.
think I'm. Let's
No
see.
probs.
Best
The
South.
Dish.
All right, now
The
Side
Dish
Trip
was a
Live
good movie.
says the
Dish
best
was a
South
good
Sea
movie.
The
Yeah,
Dish.
yeah.
I've never
So
heard of
Sam
it.
Neill in that.
Yeah,
Sam in
So I
Sam
start.
Neill, and had an American actor in there too. Can't think of his name, but it was really good. It was when all to do with Neil Armstrong walking on the moon. So
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
uh,
There's another
I gotta
it,
start.
movie I'm
it
trying to think of. Let me look it up first while we're talking here.
it was done by a company called Working Class Dogs, or Working Dogs,
Work.
something like that. But they also made a movie. They made a lot of good movies, and they were a comedy team in here in Australia, well known. And they put their hand to it. Working Dogs, I think I can't remember. But anyway, they made some great movies.
A Japanese
Mellow
Story.
Yellow. Mellow Yellow was one of the first
You ever
names
see that
given. It
one?
was a sativa. What's that? Which one?
A movie called Japanese Story.
No.
Yeah, it's a romantic movie, kind of a. It's a good movie. It's Australian.
Ozzy
No, I
saves
don't
me.
know. I don't know whether we saved NASA, but Australia was certainly instrumental in making sure it got broadcast around the world. So
Oh, of course. Yeah.
I don't remember the names of any. Well,
I just
most of
had
the
to look it
stuff
up.
a long time ago was all came out of Mexico. I think we called it all Acapulco Gold, but and then we got Thai stick occasionally.
I enjoyed this movie.
Which one?
The
You
one I'm
post
just
it?
putting a link up to. Japanese Story.
Japanese Story. God,
There
I'm
was
gonna have to
another
go back
one,
into
a
I'll
Thai
write all
movie.
these down now because I forgot them.
yeah, the dish. What was the other? What was the other one they did, Gary? With all about Marbo. What was it? The name of that movie? It's on the tip of my tongue. It was very funny.
Here's another one
My brain's full.
called. It's a Thai movie called Wonderful Town. It's a good movie.
Wonderful Town. God, I'm gonna have to go back into the end of the live stream and write all these down. I don't know. I thought I had a pen always here, but I guess I didn't. Thank God I had my water though.
Oh, that's cool, Bruce. Right on. Sure, Randy. That sounds good. Let's do it.
What did he say? How about
Subscriber
you?
meetup where we all go to the movies together and smoke weed. Sure.
Sounds like a great idea to me.
Count me in, baby.
I might even try it again if it's legal. I might try it again. What did Bruce say? I missed it. Greatest beer run ever was just shot here in Thailand, Hua Hin Airport, for about 2 weeks. Really? My wife always goes in the living room and watches the Thai movies. I don't know why. I think because she likes to sit with her mom and maybe talk about what's happening because I'm just looking at it going, what? What did they say? Should that girl be kissing her mother? Oh, that's not her mother? What?
What
What are
was
they
that
doing?
one, rabbit fence or something like that?
Oh, Rabbit Fence. That was yeah.
Are these all Australian movies?
That was a Rabbit Fence was an Australian movie.
Australian
Yeah,
movie.
Yeah.
yeah.
I gotta
I
check it
think
down.
was
You guys
Sam
need
Neill
to.
in that one too, yeah?
Sam Neill, I think, was in that one too,
And I
Mitch.
tell you
I
what,
think
I
you're
love
correct.
Sam Neill's work. I mean, man. Was he in Gallipoli?
He was
or
in
the
Jurassic
Horse?
Park too.
Of
He was
course,
in
yeah,
one of the.
yeah.
He was in one of the
But
Jurassic Park.
gosh, Sam Neill is just.
He's one of those prolific actors.
He's been in the Peaky Blinders. Hello.
I've yet to watch that, but I think now that I'm back here with bugger all to do,
He is,
I
yeah.
might watch it.
Let me go to his filmography and go way back to the early days.
We watched the other night, we watched the Cray brothers, and was it Tom Hardy? Tom Hardy.
Yeah, Hardy. Yeah.
I'm in love with him as an actor now. Because he was in Peaky Blinders too. But Tom Hardy plays some interesting characters, and I never realised he was in that one where he was in one of the Batman ones where he had the things. What was that Batman movie? That was Tom Hardy was the bad bloke.
Oh, yeah.
What is this that just came up? That was kind of interesting. The
What's
Tiger
what?
said taxis don't need to use their meters going out of Bangkok. Is that because of Grab and Bolt and all this stuff going on? Is that why the government's letting them do that, or what? Anybody know? Mitch, did you hear a
Question.
word I said?
I heard
No, you
you.
did?
I have no idea.
Okay. I don't
Okie
either.
dokie. That's an
Just
Australian
popped up
term
on.
there,
It
Bernard.
just popped up on my
What?
screen.
Okie dokie?
Okie dokie.
Yeah, we've been using that forever in the States too. The question
Yeah,
is
it does.
who stole it from who?
Mm.
We Americans are good at stealing things,
What is
claiming
this?
them
Here?
as our own. I mean, no.
What's a town
please
like
don't
Alice?
attack
Is
me,
that
guys,
another
but
movie?
you talk to some Americans and they think we invented it. We did
Yeah.
it. We're the
You
first.
invented
Okay, I need.
everything.
Is that a movie? A town like
Dark
Alice?
Knight
or no?
Rises.
Oh, Dark Knight Rises.
Okay, what I need one of you guys to do
Okay.
is give me a short list and send it to me
Oh.
on
Okay.
email
Yeah,
or something.
Gator will do that.
Because
Gator will do
I'll
that.
never remember all these.
I'm trying to
Randy's
think of
channel.
what was Sam Neill in like Gallipoli or the Light Horse or one of them kind of. I could have sworn he was in one of them
now,
as a
he
young
was-
guy.
He was in that. What was that name of that movie, Gary and Brock? When they were running around the pyramids, it was set for World War One, I think, or World War. Was it Gallipoli? Was it Gallipoli?
From a far country, maybe. Oh man, I'm looking at his freaking bio here, and I'm not. Goodbye. No,
Really,
man,
I don't
I'm
know.
like
I don't know anything about the taxis side trip line. So it's all
French
new to me.
Revolution.
I wish I knew more about what's happening.
I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna pull up the movie.
Imagine not getting
Of course,
raised in over 20
Mel
years.
Gibson, of course, was in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got to be tough, man. I'm sure it's a big issue.
You know,
know,
when
I
Mel
mean-
Gibson's a good guy, he's Australian, and when he's a bad guy, he's an American.
I tell you what,
Going in trouble for my last video,
I'm
tail
not gonna
feather.
argue with that.
Did you do another one this morning? I didn't see if you put anything out this morning. I missed it. I gotta catch up on Uncle. It's hard to do it, man. You get behind. I'm telling you, like I said before, people that say, "Oh, I wrote to so and so and they never answered my comment or anything." Man, I couldn't even imagine having 60,000 subs and 100 or 200, 300 comments. I can't even catch up on this. And then if you try to relax a little bit and don't watch too many videos, and you got people like Craig and like Chuck. Now Chuck does half-hour videos, and Craig's are pretty long. And if I miss 2, 3, 4 days, there's 2.5 hours of Chuck's videos I got to watch.
Absolutely.
And over here, it's hard to do. So if I do miss a comment or something like that, it's because I missed it. Because I go back over them and try to catch them. So, anyway. Oh, that's the one I just said. Blazing Saddles. That was a good movie too.
Not be made today. There would be so many movies and so many TV shows that we all watched
Yeah.
when we were growing up that would it would turn a whole generation on their ass right now.
I agree.
They would freak out, and mental counselling services would be booked out until next
I
year.
try to think of all the ones that were in the USA, and I keep popping up with, oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. All in the Family.
Right on, Randy. I'm going to look that up.
All these different shows. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm just going to look up a movie.
Let's see what's it saying.
Oh, it's a pretty new movie.
By the way, Mr.
2021.
Movie Drive My Car is a Japanese movie nominated
Oh,
for the Academy Awards. Wow.
Thanks, Jake, I think.
The taxi rig is due to crazy prices under the table and thus uninsured. So it can be negotiated and this uninsured and clients for long runs. I remember the first videos that I saw before I came to Thailand were do not get into a taxi that didn't
is that
have
a movie,
meter.
Gary?
Just do not get into
Or
a taxi, period, if it didn't have a meter.
Ridiculous Generation of Snowflakes. Is that a movie?
No, that's life.
Is that a documentary? Oh, yeah.
But I don't see why you wouldn't be able to negotiate. Then I heard later, as long as you negotiate and say. But see, I think that in Kamala and in Phuket, the highest taxi prices in Thailand. So, it was a lot of money. So I always did when I came in, and even when I was in Bangkok, I always go to the metered taxis.
Look, I've caught plenty of taxis from Suvarnabhumi into the city didn't have a meter, but I remembered what it was, what the rough cost was when it was a metered taxi. So you'd hop in and say, listen, it's I charge you 400 baht. And I go, well, it cost me 300 baht if I hop in another taxi. Okay, 300 baht. All right, let's go. So,
and as long as it's fair, it was expensive. It would cost me, I want to say 1,200 baht for the 20 or 30-minute ride from Kamala to the airport.
Yeah, that sounds.
So
right.
it was a little bit pricey.
They rip you off over there.
Yeah, but I heard they're not so much anymore. So I don't know, because of all this, Hey, Chris Outdoors, how you doing? Hey, what's wrong with snowflakes? Canada's full of them. Just read the description. They tell the most wanted on the video. Skip to the good part.
Is that any city in America at the moment, Gator Jake? Dude, where's my car? It just got stolen.
That could be. My knee's killing me. Baked beans. What's Joe saying? Yeah, I don't know. We'll get on the movie thing. Is that all because I said ask Mitch if he watched Jurassic Park? I think. Is that what started
Probably. God, I'm trying to find that. I swear Sam Neill was in this movie, and I just can't remember it.
So when I'm searching Netflix for a movie, here's a question for everybody in the chat. Do you look at the title of the movie, or now do you start to look for well-known actors like, what Mitch is searching for? Who are you searching for again? Sam Neill or Samuel L. Jackson or
good question.
Any of these great Clint Eastwood or someone like that? Or do you go, that was a good movie, here's the sequel, or that's got a good title? Because I've watched a few Netflix movies, and you watch them for 15 minutes and you go, this is just not grabbed me. This is utter shite. Now, for the last, 5 years or 3 years or whatever, I now just go and look for, if Denzel Washington's in a movie, he's the number one. If Mel Gibson's in it, I might give him a go. Or if it's Clint Eastwood, anything to do with Clint Eastwood. Anything to do with Quentin Tarantino. All these, the ones that have made a name for himself and they've kept true, they're the ones I watch movies now.
No sympathy for the Phuket taxi mafia.
No.
Yeah, it was that way that was the first thing that I saw in one of the first one. To tell you the truth, it was Rob, 20 Seconds in Thailand, because I watched him because I liked what I was seeing in the background, which was Kamala, and not that he wasn't a bad guy or anything, or was a bad guy or anything, but he has his problems just like anybody else. But he was one of the first ones that I watched, and then I watched others, YouTubers, that said, make sure it's got a meter. If it doesn't, get out of it, And this was mostly in Phuket because I guess because they're so high priced. But I guess as long as you made, like I knew it was going to cost me 1,200 baht in a metered taxi to get from where I was in Kamala to the airport. So if I had somebody that stopped and I said how much, and they said 1,500, I'd say I'll give you 1,000 if you want to take me, and they'd say yes or no. If not, I'd go for the 1,200 and take the meter. So some of them, as long as what I found later, as long as you up front before, probably still isn't a good idea, but up front before, you need to tell them this is how much, agree on the price, and then do it. Now, could they renege on that? Sure, I guess they could. Me, I probably have less of a chance.
Well, 1,200 baht would get me from Suvarnabhumi to Ban Chang in a taxi.
Would it?
Yeah.
That's a long.
That's 100. That's 100 k's or something.
Yeah, yeah. So and like I said, I've heard that they've changed their tune since everything's happened. Groove Tube.
Hey, Chris Outdoors, how you doing?
Let's see what Gary's saying. I have friends who just got back from the U.S. They planned to stay 4 nights in Frisco and left after one night. They said
it was raining hard in Frisco.
Really?
I need one more.
That's although some of that last stuff that I saw from Richard, walking around, homeless on the streets,
great movie, Chris.
All that kind of stuff. I guess some of the areas are deteriorating.
Yeah, A Dog's Tale. That's cool. Based on true life too. Real life. Anyway, enough of that.
Maybe the cat was eating my food. Damn, what is Ralph saying? Damn, you guys are still at it.
Brock just got my attention.
Oh, wow, you can really type now. You bet, Chris. You bet.
Yeah, thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. We still got 30 people here.
There's a lot of that on YouTube as well, Brock.
Who's here? Toby.
A lot of boobs.
Well, apparently, what's the term? I'm jonesing to have a look at Ride for Kicks. Now everyone said he's running around in the buff.
Oh yeah, I better.
Not that I want to see Ride for Kicks, but I'm sure that there's.
No, I just want to know where it is.
Tent cities everywhere. Didn't
feel the
yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I seen in Richard's deal. He was walking around and he was. This is some of the last stuff that he did. Saying, that's just and showing tents right on the sidewalk, and so I guess some of the places can be bad, just like any other place, though. I don't know. No, I don't. It's all fat fingers. Yeah, that's me too.
There you go, Bruce.
Wow.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I'd love to visit Thailand. Yeah, man, it's the only place to be for me. Anyway, what did I miss? Did I miss something? No.
I'm going to say yes, you can, Dip Media. Dave's a very approachable person.
I want to ask you a question.
So shoot him an email.
Yeah, sure. Of course. Anytime.
What is it? KoiDoctor@gmail?
It's, Koi Doctor 1.
Oh, Koi Doctor 1. Don't be confused with the other Koi Doctor.
Yeah, I've got two. I've got one that's KoiDoctor@yahoo.com, but I've had it almost my whole life, and when I was in business and all sorts of stuff, and I never cleaned off the emails. It's got like 230,000 emails, something like that. So I just kind of give up trying to delete them. I don't know how to do it. And anyway, I got into a taxi in Bangkok once, told him the hotel. He said, okay, drove about 100 yards. Then he said he didn't want to go that far, then demanded 100 baht. I told him and walked away. I've seen that before. It never happened to me, Bruce, but I've seen it before, where they rolled up, and then what it is, I think they're getting something in their ear that they've got some guy that wants to pay them, you know, to somebody, because I hooked up with a couple people in Kamala, so I had taxi drivers that I actually used every time I went once I got a good price. So I would just call them or text them. So sometimes they would get that and say, you know, I'm at the such and such, I want to go to the airport, and they know they're going to make 2,500 baht or something. That's probably why. What's happening, Gary? Oh, I see. Yes, I read the story about Tenderloin
And not
District.
necessarily on the female body, I'm guessing, Mitch.
That's correct. Yeah.
I used to ask the driver if they wanted to double.
And you could almost say
Rock,
there's a
paper,
lot
scissors.
of asses as well, and not necessarily
Middle of
on
the night.
human bodies,
That's right.
just humans. Well,
Yeah, let me know if you're
more
going. I
excuses
got to
for
look at it
humans.
too. I'll find it. Dip Media.
Oh, good evening, Icy.
Okay.
Afternoon, Icy.
I got some more errands to run.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Actually, I've got to go. And
Yeah,
have some
Ralph.
It's
lunch.
only been 3.5 hours.
Nails.
3.5 hours, and it's still over 30
When's your next
people.
live, Dave?
I'll do it day after tomorrow. So today's Monday, right?
Yeah.
Wednesday morning at 7:30 again. We'll do it again.
I may be
in
on the
Surin?
road then.
You might be in
Literally.
Surin? You might be in
Actually,
Surin.
no. This time it's
Oh.
south. This is
South.
not Surin, but this is south.
South.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks for the awesome support everybody shows. It's
I will.
awesome. I never thought I'd have anything like this. We always have fun. We always have a good time. The new subscribers, thanks for subscribing. Doesn't cost anything, to subscribe. It's free. And then if you want to be notified when I do something here, click the bell and you will be notified. Maybe be notified. Everybody in the chat, Mitch, Mark, as always, thank you very much for coming by. And
Yeah, get some rest.
I will. I will.
I think that's a
you
good
guys want to
idea,
say
Bruce.
goodbye to everybody?
I'd
Say
like to
goodbye
do
now
that.
because I'm going to click it out. 32 in the house. I don't know how many likes, but you guys are awesome. We've been 3.5 hours and still have the people here. It's
Pretty amazing.
great. Yeah, it is. So thanks again, and I will catch you on the next one.